Yo, 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 yo. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy True to King TV back again with another live stream. What it do, people? What it do? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Wait, poor people in the chat, my fault. We got Chris in the building, Go James, Tiffany Bear, hey, T Killer, was a salute. We got Daniel Barry in the building, salute. What up with y'all, man? Yeah, man. Let's get into it. We got Taj in the build, Nicholas Brown in the build. What up? What I'm still here. I'm just how y'all feeling though, man? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? I just shit, man. Oh boy, I just boy, oh boy. Let me see. Oh, I saw some shit. Man, oh man. Hi, guys. Yeah, all right. Tatum took over in a 4 year. D. White Hoover was hooping. Ned, that was a big take, big for the team. Hey, most definitely. Most definitely. Um, I'm about to hold. Let me see something. Um, Yeah, it's just definitely was a great win. Excellent win for the Celtics. No Jalen Brown, no Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis had a knee bruise, and Jalen Brown had an illness, so he. I mean, that probably was the biggest win of the season because of the how they did it. Um, I mean, it wasn't in Philly. Um, in Philly with no Kristaps Porzingis and no Jalen Brown. Um, that's without your second and third best scorer. But I mean, that was big. Definitely was big. So I mean, that was definitely an excellent win. I mean, I don't. Definitely a great win. Let me see. The hell. Let me see. There we go. I'm still here, y'all. Four straight wins. Yeah. Um, four straight wins off of a 2 game losing streak, so that's pretty good. Soldiers got back being first in the East now again. So TG way our back court was able to shut Maxi down in the second half as well. B getting guarded by Over. I'm fired up. Hey man, shout out. Al Horford was definitely balling, man. Like Al Horford, listen. But I mean, listen. So does definitely. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, that should show you too, though. It's only. I mean, it's a regular season game, only a regular season win. But I don't think when people say the depth, I do think the depth needs to be better for the team. I do think that. I do think we need to add some couple more pieces on the bench. But that's also a showcase and of that the Celtics when it comes to them not being deep and not have a deep rotation, it's not going to really be a big deal factor. And they show. I mean, it's a sample short. It's a sample size only regular season, but still, I mean, hey man, I mean, no Jalen Brown, no KP, you can win and play great defense still, and still be effective. So So yeah, it was hold up, I'm trying to I'm trying to put this link. Trying to put this link in. Hold up. So I do think though that, like I said, it definitely was an excellent one. See, so at least, oh man, oh,
What Nick was that? Everybody getting tattoos.
you got the tattoo.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah, of course you don't.
Well, how long that took?
2 hours.
Ain't that bad.
Watch
This is
it.
nice. What is it? What is it? See the whole thing?
Flag. Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rican flag. Okay. Trash. Like no, that's good. That's
We was watching
nice.
that
Though.
Celtics game.
That's nice.
I was
That's
thinking
nice,
because Derek White was icing that game.
Yeah.
I don't know if you seen the pass from under the
Yeah.
fucking rim to Jason Tatum. I was like, look, that's Derek Ice. Fuck Derek White. That's Derek Ice.
Hey, I'm
I
good.
said that's JT. That's not. I said that's JT, and I ain't talking about Justin Timberlake,
Oh,
and I damn sure ain't talking about Jonathan Taylor. I'm
Oh.
talking about Jason Tatum.
Yeah, man.
Why other people at other tables looking at me because I'm loud as
Yo.
Bush was getting so heat.
Oh, y'all was at Buffalo Wild Wings?
He was no, he was at Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, regular? Oh.
He was us. I guess fucking Tyree Maxey went up for fucking leg and got blocked. I was like, look at that. Look at that. I said Derek White glassed that shit.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Derek White fucking crazy. That boy was giving him a bucket.
Word, man.
Y'all ain't here for me. Huh? Here I is. How the laptop working?
It's pretty good, man.
That's great, right?
Yeah, girl, I can't. No complaints over here.
No, sir.
I appreciate it. Hey, man. Hey.
I told you, if you look it up, I promise you it's $900 on Amazon. Right now, it's not.
Oh, you showed me.
I'm about to say, shit. That's the laptop. No, the only thing I really liked about was the OLED screen.
Yeah.
You can tell the screen is just clear as shit.
Right, yeah. Definitely.
Other than that.
Definitely a big difference. I'm trying.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I think for sure.
Definitely a big difference. Let me see.
All right. I'm about to open my game.
Oh, for all the other motherfuckers in the room?
They're all leaving. Yeah.
How the fuck I didn't even.
No, they got their orders.
Nah, bro, that's some bullshit.
Yeah,
You told me these motherfuckers are not?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are they, well, the question is, though, are they mobbing or demobbing?
It looked
I don't know.
honestly.
You right about that. I don't. That shit. That's political. I don't. That shit's stupid. But yeah, it was a great win, man. I can't. Like I said, I'm stoked. I was very stoked. I'm trying. Let me see. I'm trying to go to my Discord. Trying to. Trying to like. Trying to see something about. Trying to put my Discord link in here. Let me see. I'm trying to do something. Man, dang. Oh, damn. Yeah, I mean, I'm about to do it now. Matter of fact, oh, what the lights looking like? All right, too. Let me see. I got okay. You guys okay. Okay, I'm about to drop the link soon, y'all. My fault. I ain't multitasking right now. I said multitasking. Beg my pardon. Let me see something. Yeah, I seen that Draymond got suspended 5 games. We're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah, I put a link in the chat. Yeah, I seen that Draymond got suspended. Yeah, I put that. I put that in the chat. Man, if I about to put the link in now, man. Matter of fact, you know, like I said, hey, um, what else? Who else played? Oh yeah, I was on. I was on. We got Tiffany, the build. What up? What up? What up, Tiffany? I see you.
What's up, Drew? What's going on?
Chilling. I can't complain, man. I can't complain.
Y'all did the thing tonight on Plenty of Fish.
Oh well, yeah, but yeah. So hey, this is if y'all don't know, you'll know. This may sound crazy, but POF, plenty of fish. We was doing a live stream and talking sports. So shout out to Lamont, he had me on there. Um, it was good. It was a good stream. It was a good stream. People was on. Listen, I know it sounds unconventional. POF is known as a dating app. Got a lot
Damn,
of
I
people,
know.
but um, to my the new knowledge, I got to um Lamont once he asked me to be on there and let me see. T Killer may have an echo. You may have an echo. It's a new. I like this new thing too. It pops up. And, I don't know. You should. What up, Killer? T Killer.
Hey, what's good, buddy?
What's up, T
Good
Killer?
shit.
That
You can't complain.
that how I sound? There's an echo. Or?
No, it's good. No, I'm just saying it could be. It could. It says like it gives you a notification
No,
saying
I
it
seen
could
I
be.
seen it. I
Yeah.
seen it. That been happening like the last week for some reason. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
Because people be guessing because people be having echoes or something. I guess because I think they say it's like an Android thing. I don't
No,
know.
that's what it says on the message. True, it says like,
Yeah.
oh, if you're an Android user, you might have an
Yeah.
echo. That's why I was checking.
But
But
yeah, going back to what I was saying, like the POF app. To my this is new knowledge I got. Lamont want people to be on like a panel. It's like a panel. It's basically like we do on here, but it's on there. Um, Tumblr just bought POF, Plenty of Fish, and it's basically it's still a dating app, but you can do more. It's like say like we can do live streams like this and talk sports. You know what I mean? Like this, and people donate and money and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
you can get the
um,
host. I guess you can get donations like along with the
right.
host.
So,
I heard Lamont talking about it. That's kind of
hey,
dope.
it definitely was dope. You know what I mean? So, um, I'm getting all these likes now. I made a whole profile. I'm getting these likes. I don't know man.
Oh,
It's
there you
crazy.
go. There you go, bro.
I
There you
don't
go.
know, man. I don't
Get
listen,
busy.
man.
Mm.
But I'm surprised. I'm like, of all the dating apps, it's like, well, POF though. I'm like, damn. Like, but I remember POF had like a very bad stigma. Now it's like, you know what I mean? Shoot, we talking sports on there, so
Yeah, I
shoot,
used to use POF in Florida. I was down there
great.
with my brother. Like you could put it like literally like a mile or two out. Like
Yeah,
yeah, we used to kill POF.
but like it's hey, um, like I said, it was a dope stream. It was a very dope stream. Um, very dope stream. Yeah, like, but I mean, so if every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to tune into those live streams and see me on there, my whatever, 7 p.m. Eastern time. SB Sports Talk, he has a show on there too. He does a football stream on there. I forgot exactly. He's
Oh, Sean does
uh,
be. I ain't know that.
so
Yeah, they're just evolving the stream, huh? Like they're just
yeah, so
trying to. Sounds like they're trying to, you know, create a new stigma. I guess would be the word.
yeah,
Like they're trying to move off the dating shit and
yeah.
really trying to get
So
content creators over there and create some
so
traffic. Is what it
it's
sounds like.
dope though. It's dope. 'Cause we would definitely have a great conversation. Casuals over there. This was one guy. So hey, so it's every like I said every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you don't have a profile, make one and type in FIO Sports, and you know what I mean. You can tune in. You can join the panel. So it was dope. It was dope. I mean, but going back to
You said
the every
it's
Wednesday,
every Wednesday.
7 p.m.
Okay,
Eastern
yeah,
time.
I'm gonna have to make a new one because I deleted it like a while, like years ago. But yeah, I'll make a new one. Check y'all out.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was definitely dope. Shout out Lamar. Oh yeah. The Celtics is going back to the Celtics Sixers recap. Celtics played a great first quarter. Very great first quarter. The second quarter, the complete opposite. Probably the worst quarter we played like all year. Second quarter, it was very bad.
Yeah,
Um,
very bad offensively
very
and
very bad.
defensively.
Yeah, very bad. Down by a point. What 22 by half 58, 57, 59, 57, something like that. I forgot top of my head.
True?
Um,
When did we have the? Because I think we had the 17-point lead at like the beginning of the second quarter, right? And then that's when they dissolved it.
yeah, yeah. And then like
Yeah,
we got it.
yeah.
Then we get like then we got like back a little bit, and then they got it. Then I mean, but like I said,
Because I was on the.
it was a
Go
up
ahead.
and down. It was an up and down first half, up and down. And then the third quarter came. The defense turned up. Um, Al Horford started hitting the shots. Second half,
Huge.
and a
He had
great
some
defense.
huge
Listen, one
threes.
thing about in the defense by Al Horford too, like the defense, and like I said, just the one thing though. I know people would talk about the offense, how the offense could be better and stuff like that. But the one thing I've been very impressed with is the defense of the Celtics. The different schemes, the full court
Facts.
presses, the zones that the Celtics are playing. I mean, it's the it's and mind you, they did this all about Chris Porzingis and Jalen Brown. Um,
Bro,
the
our
third,
backcourt is the best in the league. I don't care what nobody says. We got the best
they dealt,
defensive backcourt in the league.
yeah, that's not even a question. That's not even up to
Drew
discussion or
Holiday
debate.
and D White are just destroying. Like you can't like
Like shot,
dudes most dudes ain't even looking at the guard in front of them, right? If you're an elite, playmaker in the league, right? Like you're worried about the guy
right?
waiting at the cup, but like with our team, like you actually have to worry about the defender in front of you at the 3-point line. And we just create so many steals and so many just takeaways off of just quick hands and shit. Like it's just a fun
So
team to watch, man.
yeah, Cornette, he come off. He had 9.6. I can't get mad at that, man. It's 9.6 rebounds off the bench by him. It's like when it comes to Luke Cornette, it's like you're gonna get some good and some bad. But for 9.6 rebounds off the bench, I'm not. For him,
That's all
like you
you can
said,
ask, bro.
I'm not. I do want to upgrade Payton Pritchard. He had 5. I would like them to have a little better game. I'm just saying, no Jalen Brown, no Chris Porzingis. I need him to at least get 10 points. I'm not even asking for it. I need 10, 12 points again. That's all I'm asking.
No, true. Peyton Pritchard has been, to me, he's been kind of he's not doing what he's supposed to do. He's really not. He's not hitting like threes like he was. And granted, we're early, you know what I'm saying? But bro, Luke Cornett's just offensive rebounds alone, almost make him like a better. He had key offensive rebounds when the game was close, and then scored. And they made him. They kind of I think he watched Rob Williams a little bit. Granted, he don't got the lift like that or like Rob or whatever, but they're throwing him lobs, and he's able to drift on defense, to probe on defense. So it's even though his lack of athleticism is there, it's still like that. You see that pass that I think it was Drew Holiday made to him or D White when it was a real close game and he just gets that easy dunk, that's huge.
Yeah, like you said, he's Luke Cornette playing. He's Luke Cornette. I'm not. But Stephen,
you ain't expecting nothing.
We seen CV McCallum in Delano Benton appearance. I still know Lamar Stevens, still know Nemus Cantor. I don't know why we're not playing Lamar Stevens. I don't know why we're not playing Lamar Stevens. I don't know.
Is Brissett? What's up with Brissett?
I don't know. O'Shea Brissett.
Well.
Yeah, but he also it's he's not a shooter. We need more offense off the bench too. I granted that, but I still like see Lamar Stevens appearance. We've seen a Delano Benton appearance. We've seen Delano Benton. He had 5 rebounds over 5 rebounds in 8 minutes. Mind you, he didn't shoot the ball well. He only had 2 points, 1 for 4 from the field. 0-1. Took 1 3. He missed that one, but 5 rebounds, 1 offensive rebound off the bench in 8 minutes. I take that. I take that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All you can ask is effort from those type of guys, right? Those type of off the bench dudes that we're not asking much, but we just want effort from you, and when they play hard, it's like the team, it seemed like they kind of switched the flip like at the end of the third. Because it got close. Did they tie it in the fourth, or did they take the lead first, like a minute or something? I think they took the lead in the fourth, and then Derek White hit a couple shots.
I've been telling Derek White is a what up Sweezy, what up Tracy?
What up,
Derek
Tracy?
Derek White is a all-star caliber player. I'm gonna stand on that. I'm gonna keep saying that. I don't care if he makes an all-star or not. He's a all-star caliber player. It's not a lot of guards. I don't care what nobody says.
I think he's the most underrated player in the league right now. I really do.
For him to make a top 100, it's crazy. True,
man. That's ESPN. Listen, they awesome beat. But we all know that thing. But Derek White is a all-star caliber player. I'm gonna keep on saying it. I've been telling you about Derek White for a while now. Derek White.
True. I try to tell people about his defense. They don't listen to me. They try to make it sound like he was a mid defender. No, he is
before he can
been
shoot
like that since the Spurs.
Right. Before he can shoot though, before the new jumper, I've been talking about Derek White. Derek White is Listen, he's getting paid. He gonna get paid this summer. He gonna get paid this summer. He
Yeah,
getting
he
paid
is.
this summer. He
And,
gonna
Bro,
yeah, true.
he led
He
the
better
league in
get
he getting
paid.
blocks
paid.
for guards last year.
He
He
getting
led the
paid.
league in blocks for
Somebody gonna
guards
pay
last
him.
year.
And I know Brad. Listen. It's the reason why he didn't get traded. Shout out to Michael Brogdon. Shout out to Marcus Smart. But this Derek White right here, he's better
Problem.
than he better than Malcolm Brogdon and Marcus Smart. And I love Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart still my dog. One day I interview Mark. I want to interview Marcus Smart one day.
Yeah, I love Marcus.
I
That's my dude.
but if you want to keep it real, this is
Bro,
why they traded Marcus Smart. Derek White is because this play and what he's doing now.
Brandon and Joe was beefing.
Huh?
You said who?
Brandon and Joe was beefing. Before he got traded, he had made some comments about Joe.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
he
know.
was just unhappy about the
And
trade.
then he was
I
pissed
think he
off.
was unhappy.
He was
Yeah,
mad.
he
He was
was
mad. No, he was
He was
mad
supposed
about
to
wanted
get
to
a
be on the
contract,
Celtics.
but then he got he was like, y'all, wait a minute, y'all finna trade me? I'm not coming to practice. He was frustrated about that.
No, he wasn't.
No,
It wasn't mandatory. It wasn't mandatory at the time. Like the Celtics training camp technically wasn't started yet, but he wasn't obligated. So he wasn't obligated to be there like weeks before, like everybody else was. But with that being said, listen, I mean, I don't know. But shout out to Joe Mazzulla. Like going back to I would talk about the defense, the defensive schemes that they've been doing this year. That's the most impressed I am about. Yes, I do believe the offense can be better though. But I mean, and let me touch on that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know people saying shout out to Sturdy. They would like to see more pistol action and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, the Celtics, the talent is so good and they're getting efficient shots. You really don't have to boom.
Facts.
Mind you, they scored 117 points without Jalen Brown
Jalen Brown.
and Porzingis. And Porzingis. Think of
That's
that.
why I was so fired up about this win, bro. And I didn't
They
want Philly to have two.
still play great defense. So it's like when people say about the off, and I know it's a one game, but they still shot well. They um the thing is like people say they live by three, die by the three. I mean, listen, and I know people are criticizing Celtics for still shooting threes, whatever. But at the end of the day, we got guys that can shoot. We got guys that can shoot. It's a reality situation. We got a lot of dudes on the team that can shoot. The problem, and
Yeah,
the only thing is, I don't. And one of the reasons why that I'm fine with it because we're not just the Celtics are not just shooting threes. They're getting points in the post. We're getting points in the paint and getting to the free throw line. Getting to the free throw line and scoring inside. So the Celtics can shoot as many threes as they can win. They've won game. They shown this year. Even the games that we lost when the Celtics shot bad. The two games that the Celtics you seen the Celtics lost this year, but they got blown out last year.
facts.
Oh
And
yeah,
one
against
of
Charlotte,
the
Open
true.
looks.
and one of the difference this year is and one of the difference this year is though there are a defensive minded. The Celtics are more of a defensive minded team than the offensive team this year. I think and that's why I like Joe Mazzulla what he's
It's like
doing.
50-50.
I mean,
We
cool.
still shooting 50, 63s a game, though,
Yeah,
true. That's insane.
we're great offensively though. I mean, because of the team we have, of course, but the Celtics are mainly a defensive minded team. And
And
that's was
bro,
one of the downfalls of last year why we lost because of
fa-
the loss the loss of direction and stuff like that of the identity. The Celtics are getting their identity back. Yeah, are we playing the same level of defense? Because I mean, look, I don't think we're gonna even get back. I mean, when we having Robert Williams and Marcus Smart, the level he was playing defensively, and Robert Williams, that's going to be, you know what I mean? I mean, be honest with you, those are two guys that could have won. I mean, Robert didn't get hurt; he had a chance to win Defensive Player of the Year. So you have those
facts.
two kind of defenders on the team at the time. Historically, that defense was insane. But the defense already in this short sample size of 10 plus get all over 10 games is clearly better than it was last year because of the effort, the identity, you know what I mean? Defense first. And they listen. I've said this in the offseason. Jaylen Brown. They
Yeah, true,
emphasize
true.
that.
You said it before the season. I remember you as soon as we acquired Drew Holiday. I remember you were talking about wait till you see our defense this year. Like I remember
Right,
the
and I
string. I remember you talking about
even before Drew Holiday, like I said, like they made they okay. We know because Jaylen Brown when he got paid his bread. People got so caught up of the fact of well he's overpaid or whatever case may be, but people really wasn't listening to that press conference. People really wasn't listening because he said they're going to make an emphasis on playing defense. Even in particular, Drew Holiday, Drew Holiday is playing a different, even the defensive role wise. He's playing the most different, unique wide in his career. He's guarding bigs. If you notice, Drew Holiday is guarding bigs more than ever in his career. He's kind of playing
yeah.
that Marcus Smart, like
He was
he's
on
guarding.
Embiid,
Yeah, he was on Embiid. He
not
was
the
on
whole
Embiid,
game, but at times.
and he did a pretty good job. He did a pretty
Yeah,
good job. He did in both
but
games. Truth be told, he did a pretty good job in both games. So I mean, it's very. I like I said. That's a shout out to Joe Mazzulla. Like I said before, that listen. And speaking of Malcolm Brogdon too, I saw people going over. They go back and forth on Twitter and all that. I was like, listen, um, people forget Iguodala not an X and O's type of guy. He's a guy that he's a great coach, but he's not an X and O's type of guy. Joe Mazzulla was the X and O Spurs type of guy. You know what I mean? That's why that's why him being a head coach, it was not it wasn't really a big time. It wasn't really a hard decision. You know what I mean? Because yeah, Iguodala was the voice. He was the you know what I mean, held people accountable. But we got my man Chris. What up, Chris? What up, man? How you been, man? Let's go. What up with you, Chris, man? Celtics Nation the building. Hey, man, listen. Chilling, man. I can't complain, man. I can't complain, Chris. But like you said, it was a great win. Great, yeah, good win, Chris. Definitely. That was definitely a good win. That was definitely a
I
good
was
win.
going.
Like,
I ain't even gonna lie, true. I was going crazy watching this game because I wanted this win bad. I just wanted that get back, because I just feel like we're a better team than Philly, and they got us in that one.
Chris, you say you about to go to
I
bed,
just
Chris? My fault, my fault. Okay. I'm gonna see you, Chris. I appreciate you, man. Coming on, man. But oh yeah, T Sweets, you there, T Sweets? How you feel about the game? You see, hey, yeah, most definitely we gonna win that championship this year. That's the goal. I don't listen, man. I don't healthy, barring injury. I don't see us losing healthy. Healthy soldier team. I don't see us losing. I know people. Listen, I stand on that. I know people said, "What about last year?" You said the same thing last year. Well, this not this team better than last year. So
we're just
I mean,
better,
hey,
bro.
I'm just saying. This team was better than last year and the team before. All right, Chris, I catch you, man. Appreciate you. Shoot to Chris, man. Hey, man, he come randomly though, but hey, I shout out to Chris, man.
Shout out to bro.
But T, I mean, I don't know, T Sweezy may be still on mute, but Tracy, you saw the game, Tracy.
Boston did their thing. You
Shout,
hear me?
shout, out to, shout out to the Ward, man. Man, why Draymond choke that dude like that, man? Why you choke Rudy Gobert like that,
I was, I was
man?
just, gonna, I was just gonna talk Boston and Philly,
No,
man.
it's like I mean, are we going? Cause we talking the new NBA rivalries. The new. But I'm saying you watched the game though, right? You watched the Sixers. Oh, you watched the game? Yeah, that was
Yeah, man,
yeah.
it was a good game, man. But Boston has too many weapons. Um, there's one thing that y'all have that not many other team has, and that's a center that can take any big out of this paint, and that right there is lethal. And then you got Jason Tatum, who is really good on both sides of the basketball. And you have like you said, you have White, then you have Drew Holiday. You have a lot of pieces that not a lot of teams can match up against. And that right there says a lot. So Boston, they supposed to win the championship, but if they don't win this year, um, I
Uh,
don't know.
Tracy, we ain't the favorites. They claim somebody in Milwaukee are the favorites.
They said
Yeah,
Milwaukee,
they
but
said
what
we
they
ain't
talking
the
about?
favorite.
You know what?
Hey, and Jay Williams, I'm about to tag Jay Williams. I'm gonna
Uh,
tag Jay Williams later. I'm gonna tag Jay Williams tomorrow. Talking about that first game, Damon and Giannis playing better than Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, who did the whole 6 years in the league. I'm all right.
hey, you want me? You
I
want
should
me to be honest?
I should
You
tag
want
you
me
on
to be
Twitter.
honest?
Yeah,
Somebody said it best. They said Dane. They said, man, Dane come in there. But here's the thing: what Dane does. You're asking Dane to be a spot up shooter. Well, play perimeter on a perimeter. But he's good at getting to the lane and all of that. But he's a person that I just don't see him shooting because he's like what is his average right now?
you know
It's
what I'm
not
about to do?
great.
It ain't great.
It ain't great. But here's the thing:
I'm,
they can that there's who's their third scorer? Like who's their third player outside of Giannis and
nobody.
Dame?
But
It's
it ain't
supposed to
Malik
be
Beasley.
Middleton, but
Yeah,
it ain't.
supposed to be.
It's
It's
Yeah.
supposed
supposed
to
to
be
be
Miller,
it's supposed,
but he on
it's,
minutes. He on minutes restrictions.
it's supposed to be Middleton, right? That's the same thing. That's the same issue that another team has. Well, you know what the Warriors have. You know what? To be honest with you, they in shambles. But I'm gonna go back to uh
No, you're not wrong about that, bro. You're not wrong about that.
Milwaukee. The thing is, Milwaukee has the same problem though. Outside of Dame, outside of Giannis, who else is coming in and like taking over the game? You like who's who's a third scorer? Who's a impactful player? Brooke, I mean Lopez. He's a really good defender, but my question is, who are the piece around Milwaukee Bucks is going to get them to the championship? Because it's not going to be just Dame. People can't ever say, "Oh, Dame, oh man, this team tough to beat." Really? I
No,
mean,
you're right, bro.
you
You know
can.
what
Now
I'm
listen,
seeing?
man. All I'm saying is,
Real quick, True. Real quick. What I'm noticing is ever since Jason Tatum started taking the ball into that mid range,
Mm.
it's changing the way we play, bro. He can hit that fadeaway now, and like, how do you guard you? It's unguardable. You can't guard it.
he getting the post, he's attacking more. He's getting the post, he's attacking more. It's not just him. I think look at the add up Porzingis. Even look at Al Horford at times. Al Horford gonna
No,
shoot the
that's
threes though, but even like the emphasis is more on scoring inside and not just the Celtics going to take their 3-point shots. That's the thing. The Celtics going to shoot the threes, but it also like you know what if the 3-point if it ain't hitting, we're getting more. We also getting more effective shots too. If they take away the three or we're not hitting, get to the paint. You know what I mean? The problem was last year, even the year we went to the finals offensively. It's like we lived by a three, we died by the three, and that was it. It was no plan B. It was no plan B.
yeah. It
Even
was
in the
ISO
finals,
Brown, ISO Tatum. Now we're
yeah,
playing
it was too
team
much ISO.
basketball.
It wasn't team basketball. But even the funny thing about it is, like, we shot well from three in the final. We shot better than the Warriors did. But the war thing about the Warriors was there was more of efficient offense. It was getting baskets different ways, second chance points. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So
Not right now. God damn.
not right now, but I'm just
God.
saying. But you get what I'm saying. But you get what I'm saying, Tracy. It's like when you were one dimensionally offensively. That's the. I mean, the path.
Oh,
That's.
no,
But like, and even that. Listen, the Celtics still got their flaws. You still see a little the bad habits there, whatever. But with that being said, when you got Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, Porzingis, Drew Holiday, Derek White, Al Horford, Sam, those guys on your
Sammy
team,
Hauser got the best true shooting percentage in November right now, bro.
right? and he didn't shoot that. He didn't shoot that
He had
well
a bad
this,
night
this game.
tonight.
He had a.
He
I
had a
mean,
bad night.
he played good defense tonight though. He play one thing. He been playing some decent defense. I'm not going. I'm so.
That's the
Oh
difference between this year and
yeah.
last year. True,
That's
is like they would just
it.
do this. Teams are still looking at. They're trying to attack him. They really are. They're trying to attack that
It
matchup.
don't be working, and it's not, and it ain't been working. It's not.
Facts.
He's been holding his own. And the fact of the matter is, but the thing about Sam Hauser is like he had a bad game for the most part. Though he's been having a good year. He's been hitting less. Like he's the best shooter on the team. It's the reason why he started. He's the best shooter on. He's technically the best shooter on the team. That may sound crazy. He's like, well, what do y'all talk about? He's just a role player making $1 million a year, $2 million a year. But listen, this is off of Jason Tatum's mouth. In practice, like they're just shooting the ball. Sam Hauser, that dude, he lights out. So the fact of the matter is, so he's on the floor. Um,
Hey,
so
yo,
he's on the
You gotta quiet.
yo, bro,
You gotta quiet
yeah.
for him. He hits
Yeah, he's a
timely
space.
shots.
Yeah, he spaced the floor. Even like you have to worry about him. So it's like he spaced the floor, and he plays decent defense. So he's not. I don't like I said. Like you got like when you got the best starting five in the NBA offensively, you don't have to do anything crazy. You don't have to be. You don't have to have doing super
are they
crazy.
starting five in the league?
Yeah, I do. I think I think the Celtics got the best starting five in the league, hands down.
I could easily sit up here and go towards a team that beat Philadelphia. I think it was yesterday.
You talking about the
You talking about
Pacers?
Pacers?
They got a really good team too.
No, they do. They solid.
Oh,
But
Trace, I got them in
Yeah,
the play. I
Halliburton
had
just playing out of his
but
mind right now.
I mean, they team is
Well,
they can
I'm trying to
score.
figure out who they starting five because you got Turner at the center. You got is Buddy Hill starting? I don't think he's starting. I think he's coming off the bench.
But he'll come off the bench.
But they got a great team, man.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of
They
people.
they can score though. But I mean, granted, we blow them without Tyrese Halliburton. They didn't have Tyrese Halliburton, but if he was there, I don't know how much difference you would have made off of 50 point of getting blown up by 50.
Yeah.
So hey,
But
they start five.
but true. I'm saying I could straight see why I could see them being in the playoffs and giving somebody in the first round like
Most
another
definitely.
team some
I could see
problems in the
taking
first
that
Yeah,
round.
they deep and out. The one thing about them is defensively, they depending on the defensively they
True, they can shoot. They can shoot too.
they
They
offensively
got snipers
is
over there.
good.
But
Aaron Neesmith
the
and all.
biggest problem I have is who's coming out the bench for them. Like, 'cause they
Nah,
got
they got bench. They got bench. They got bench.
okay.
They got Jalen Smith. They got Aaron Neesmith. They got Nimhan. I don't know
Yeah,
how
Bruce
his
Brown.
name. Now Bruce Brown starting though,
But yeah, but
but they have
they got a couple. They got a core piece.
Buddy Hill come off the bench, so it's like they got a bench. Their bench not trash. Speaking of the Pacers
They
too,
just play.
Daniel Tice
They play
is
hard, bro.
working. Yeah, Daniel Tice. I not predicted this, but even though I'm technically I'm wrong, but Daniel Tice is working on a contract buyout, and he's going to the Los Angeles Clippers. Which I mean, shout out to Daniel
Not gonna
Tice.
work.
Man, it's really everybody going to Clippers, man.
Well, they desperate.
I like Tice too, but yeah, he's not gonna help
But
that situation over there.
that they messed up their whole. See, here's the thing, man. As much as we want to accept, we ain't trying to down James Harden. Nothing. I'm not saying he's not a horrible basketball player, but you gave up your team. Well, y'all started out pretty well this year. For him, now y'all chemistry is out of whack right now. Y'all lost 6 straight. They lost 6 straight. But then
Bro,
again,
we seen.
sorry about that, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead, bro. My bad. That's
But
my bad.
speaking of chemistry out of whack, I heard about this West being tight, being strong, being wide open in the span of a couple weeks. Damn. Clippers done lost 6 straight. Warriors lost 4 straight. The
Yeah,
Houston
Draymond missed 5
Rockets.
games.
The Houston Rockets are on a winning streak. What the hell's going on? They're really good up.
Ime
Shout out to
Udoka
Imodoka.
is what's going on, bro.
Hey,
Udoka's a
and
great
part
coach.
Imodoka. Listen, Imodoka is a great coach. I've been trying to tell people that though. Tracy was
He
saying
got them
Tracy
boys
know
locked
that.
in.
Tracy know that. I've been saying. I said, listen, hold on. I'm about to be petty. Hold on. I'm about to be with my petty bag. Hold up, man. I'm about to be my petty. I'm about to be my petty bag.
But the Warriors need to trade somebody. I'm gonna be honest with you. This right.
And who is that person, Tracy? I know who you about to say.
No, I'm seriously because Rudy Gobert said something, and he's right though. He's right in a way. I noticed this. You know, a lot of people always say Draymond Green is impactful, right? Yes, he is. He's an impactful player. He's a team leader of the team. Some people say he runs the offense. I found that funny when Rudy Gobert said whenever stuff is out, he tend to get himself ejected. Um, that's crazy because at the start of that game, couldn't nobody make a shot, and Klay Thompson grabbed. Now I'm a Warriors fan. Klay Thompson grabbed that dude jersey. And he grabbed him, and then he gonna try to go back on the next play, going down the court as if he wasn't gonna get tackled, get start an instigation. When you grab somebody's jersey like this right here, like that, shoot, that
So
is grounds for fighting right there. But then it broke
Yeah.
out, and then Draymond Green just, well,
But then Rudy had Clay in the head. He was then Rudy had
that
Clay in
picture is hilarious.
the
Rudy looks like no, he wants to tap out or something like.
Oh, it was funny, Tracy. Though. I couldn't believe it was funny though.
no, but at the same time, Draymond Green needs to. I love, man. I don't know what's wrong with Steve Kerr. If you are the coach of the team, that stuff like that cannot happen over and over again. Stuff like that cannot happen. And Draymond Green is out for 5 games. Is that right?
Yeah, so
Yep.
I'm surprised he only got 5 games.
I honestly, but at the same time, I will say this right here: Rudy Gobert did grab Clay,
Yeah, I'm saying he
and
did grab Clay, and he
and,
wasn't trying to let go of him.
and I heard people say, well, he was trying to break up the fight. If he was trying to break up the fight, why did you grab Daniels? Why the heck
Grab
you
your teammate.
on somebody else's team?
But you see that stuff all the time when like another guy maybe try to hold other. But I mean, I don't know.
But
True,
But like,
he was trying. He was grabbing Clay.
but
I saw it. I said, when I thought
Yeah,
about, it, I
he could have easily
I mean,
grabbed
he
his
could have, man.
teammate.
He could have too. But we've seen guys like from other teams hold other guys back too. Say, hey, calm down. We've seen that. I mean, I'm not saying that you're all wrong, but I mean, I don't know.
but
I mean,
Tracy, this all started. I'm sorry, D. Kelly. This all started from Clay's stanky behavior. I don't know what's going on with him. His ass need to be
I,
gone.
I honestly believe that Clay. If you see what I'm talking about, like I was on here a couple of days ago, I was telling True this. I was saying this. I was saying this. They don't know who their second and third scorer is because I'm seeing Clay and Wiggins missing wide open shots. As good of a defense as Timberwolves are, these are wide open shots they're missing. Klay Thompson missed a wide open shot. Wide open shot. Didn't even make rim. And Wiggins, right at the rim, missing layups. Not able to hit shots wide open. These are what and people say, oh, the Warriors are oh man, they got still got all the help in the world. What help does he have this year?
Zero.
Outside of him, Dario Saric is the only player that has scored 20 points. I don't know about that game last night because it was ridiculous. Shout out to the bench for stepping up. They should have won that game against the Timberwolves, but they choked away the lead. But come on, man. Who's the second, third, or fourth scorer on this team? You got Draymond Green shooting better than y'all, bro.
Right. I mean, I don't.
Draymond Green.
He gonna be missing 5 games. So, but hey,
And
but listen, going back to what I was saying about the Rockets, though, man. Listen, I've been talking about Udoka, man. Like listen. You see the title of this video, man. I've been was talking about this. Hey, look the date on this. Look at the date on this. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Let me see the exact date. June 28th, 2021. God, we in 2023. We in 2023, Tiffany. Hey, Tracy. We in 2023. So I
Man,
ain't surprised what Udoka is doing.
don't nobody
I'm not surprised.
Rockets, man. Get this dude off the screen now. I'm
I'm
stopping.
just saying. But I'm just saying. Listen,
true.
Udoka probably he may win Coach of the Year.
He
True.
probably will,
What's
man.
the Rockets record? Real quick. Do you know?
I
I'm
think
about to
they're
find out exactly
six
now.
and three.
Yeah, like
It's
they
up.
got a great record.
I
Listen,
think
man.
I think they only got 3 losses.
If if they make the play-in or if they keep this up and he's definitely Coach of the Year. I don't care. Listen,
Yeah,
they
he
fourth
is.
seed too.
Look at Dylan
I
Brooks.
I,
they balled in. Listen, they balled in. They balled in.
He
Hey, man.
he's the perfect player for Udoka because Udoka will tell like Udoka will get in Brooks, the part, but he'll get in Brooks at like, bro, you gotta actually do this. Stop doing, stop barking. Actually lock up these dudes, like he's the perfect coach for Dylan Brooks, in my opinion. Because Udoka ain't scared to bark on dudes. And I think Brooks will respect him because he's not an old guy. He's a young. He made it to the finals in his first year. Like Udoka just commands respect, and players seem to buy into his system.
wait, hold on. Steph Curry got an MRI today. What the hell?
That don't surprise me. He's 35. Look at all the work he's doing.
No, I didn't know he had a. I didn't know. I heard he had a knee soreness. I didn't know they was doing an MRI on it. He's
No,
out
I
for.
didn't. I didn't know that neither, my man. But
He's out
I
for.
just it. I was gonna say like you can't have Steph trying to score 40 a night, and you got Clay just what's Clay getting like 15 a night? Like
But
I don't know what Draymond.
true into Tiffany this last year. I told him. I said going into the season, even with CP3, I said this is going to be the year that Steph is going to average around 30 to 35 points a game, and I was right. That's
Yeah, no, you were 100% right, bro.
and because he can get when you can slow down. You can people say you can slow down Steph, but see Steph can get his points. He's moving the ball around. He's creating space for other players. But here was my biggest knock for the Warriors coming into the season. Klay Thompson has never averaged. Can anybody tell me when was the season that Klay Thompson ever averaged 20 points? Over 20 points a season. Him or Wiggins.
Like, what he averaged 2 years ago? That might have been like the closest to
You
what you're
talking
saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying though, bro. I'm trying to agree with you because he's not when they're missing Jordan Poole so bad right now because he was like the other guy that created his own shot. I'm serious. Like
Tequila. I don't want to bring that name up.
they got no.
Washington don't want his ass the way they say. crazy.
Jordan Poole playing like
Bro,
garbage. I
I'm
ain't
just
gonna lie.
saying, did they win the chip with the young dude or not?
They
They beat
did, but
us,
that
Tim.
It wasn't
motherfucker.
because of him, man.
Yeah, but come on, he played. He
I'm
had
not
like
saying
he
it was
played.
because of him. I'm just saying he
He
served a
played
role.
terrible. He did play a role in them winning the championship. But like I ain't gonna lie, that boy Jordan Poole trash though. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna that dude. Like here's the thing, like because he's a good player. He's a good player, but he is not. He played. Listen, that role he played in the Warriors was the perfect role. That was the
True. You
perfect
think
role
they're a
for him.
better team without him?
No,
Yes,
I don't
yes,
think.
they are. Yeah, but Chris Paul. You trying to tell me they would have kept him and not have Chris Paul?
All right,
Yes.
I respectfully
At
disagree.
least Chris Paul. At least Chris Paul is surprisingly
Because here,
playing better defense and Chris Paul is facilitating. Like Jordan
here's
Poole
the
is like
problem though, True. Here's the problem though, True, right? What do the Warriors do better than pretty much anybody in the league? They play fast and they cut all the time.
They have
Chris
been playing.
Paul slows Chris Paul slows the offense down, bro.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he
they've been
does.
playing fast. They've been
Hold
playing fast,
on,
but
Keith.
he been coming off the bench though, so they are still playing fast.
Hold
So I
on.
mean,
Let me correct you on something. Sorry about that, True. But CP3 is not the reason why he actually has a
I'm
good.
not saying he's the reason why, bro. We're trying to diagnose what's the problem with the Warriors.
The problem right now is that they can't score outside of
can't
Steph.
score. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Jordan Poole is a scorer. He can shoot.
But Jordan Poole not consistent. So like let's say okay, but Jordan Poole
No,
not
I agree with
consistent.
that. I agree.
So
He's not consistent.
let's be honest. If because you asking basically if Jordan Poole's still on the Warriors, you're asking him to be the second option scorer, right? So teams are basically will scout and game plan more for Jordan Poole like they're doing for the Wizards now, basically.
That's a
And
good
he look how he's struggling.
point.
So let's he's struggling on the Wizards, right? And if he was asking for a big because regardless though, I think regardless of if he would have stayed or not, his role would have he would still have a big role regardless, right? If he was still with the Warriors or not. And look what the role he's playing. He's playing terrible.
You know why
So
that's a good point, True? Because that scouting report is real. Like dudes weren't really checking for him like that. That was his rookie season, right? The year he won.
no, he was his third year. He's third. He was third. That was third year.
Third year.
No, I think it was his second year.
No, that was third year. His second year. When
You talking about when they won the championship? You talking about when they won the championship?
Yeah, when they won the
That was
championship.
third year. That was
his
third
third
year.
year.
The second year they was in the play-in. I remember he was decent. I remember when he first started. You know what I mean? He was decent his second year. He really didn't play his first year, and then
He played he played his first year. It was just that bad. You wish he wasn't there.
I forget how many games. I forgot. Like it was just
He
like
played 50. He played 57 in 2020. He played 57. He played 57 games until the league shut down, obviously. And then there was no reason for them to be there because they weren't contending for no playoff spot or anything like that. So he played every game then. And in 21, he played 51 games. And this is the year that Steph went off. And people like to act as if like he was just like going crazy. He gave you 12 points on like mid shooting splits. Like I think he was shooting like 55 shooting.
Off the bench though. Off the bench, I mean
off the bench,
I would say it was decent.
Yes.
It was decent. I said
decent.
It was decent.
Okay. Decent is fine.
It was
Decent is fine. Decent is
for
fine.
somebody come off the bench, decent. Then it's like he really only technically had like if he had a decent year and one good year, that's really it. And he had like a subpar year last year, and now it's a disaster this year.
No, last year was a bad year. See, I hate the thing about Jordan Poole is Jordan Poole tricks some fans into thinking that he had to be much better than what the media is pointing him out to be because he gave you 20 points. He gave you 20 points and 4 assists and shit like that. And in actuality, no. He was shot chucking. So of course you're gonna get 20 points if you're taking 15 shots. So that's one. And then two, he did not improve as a playmaker. In fact, he's the only one I know that can have a 1-to-1 assist to turnover ratio, yet still have as much usage as he has as a bench player, by the way. So, like, I don't know. When it comes to Jordan Poole is just bad.
He don't. Because the problem with Jordan Poole is, when it's funny, I don't know if y'all saw the video where he wasn't even paying attention to the huddle at all. Right? He be freestyling. The problem with that's one of the reasons why that's one of the reasons why he got traded. That's one of the reasons why he's traded, because like he be freestyling. He don't really play like when. That's why it's like he plays, and the reason why he was successful in the Warriors because you're surrounded by that type of offense and that structure, and so it's like him playing free didn't really hurt the team. Even though, I mean,
that's kind of all I was saying though. True. Was like when you're playing next to Steph Curry, that 20 points, that helps. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think they're the worst team.
But it's inconsistent. But it's inconsistent though, because like I said before, like even the playoffs, they had other guys. Other guys stepped up when he was playing. Because he had a bet. Like if you want to be honest, he been bad all the way from the 2022 playoff run. Besides,
Wiggins took his spot.
Besides the Denver playoffs, besides the Denver series, right? He was bad all the way from the second round, technically, all the way till last year, till now. If you want to be technical, he only had like one good game in the second round, third round in the finals.
You talking about in the title run, right?
Yeah. He had like a decent. Remember they was going off against Denver, right? And after that, it was like he was like. He wasn't really like doing anything. He had like one good game like each series.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you, man.
One good game each series. I wouldn't go that far. That leading up into the finals, no, he was playing pretty well. That Dallas series, he played very well. Like in every game. Well, almost every game. I think there's only one game that they beat the Mavericks. It was game 3. It was game 3. Yeah, it was game 3 where he played poorly. And then in the Memphis series, he played well for the majority of the series. And in the Denver series, he played well throughout the beginning, and then the final 2 games he tailed off. But yeah, no, that postseason run in 2022, he actually played well until he got to the finals, and then he got exposed for his terrible defense, defensive IQ. They were able to take advantage.
Because like he was, like I said, I say this all the time. Like Gary Payton and Kevin Looney was more impactful in that finals. Even Otto Porter, which is sound crazy. Even Otto Porter, he was hitting timely shots, playing defense. He was being another guy to put a body on Tatum. He hitting the timely shots. So it's like
he even played a game.
Huh?
Yeah. It was Steph, Wiggs, Draymond, and then Kevon Looney is the order I would give as far as like the best players for that finals run. I mean, for that finals series. Clay and Jordan Poole quiet as kept. They were taking turns on.
That's why it was so frustrating. That's why I like losing that final was so frustrating. It was like, damn, like, because it was like both teams playing great. It's like, damn, it's like, because if anybody would have predicted that, nobody would have predicted that. Okay, we going if you would have told me before that series, okay, Jordan Poole and Klay Thompson gonna play terrible and they still gonna win, I don't think a lot of people will be saying like y'all bugging.
I would have,
but they true.
Boston, yeah,
I would have.
I see
the way Steph was playing, the way Steph was playing, you could not say, in the way that Wiggins was playing and Draymond, that team as a collective, you could have dealt with Klay doing what he always does, what he's been doing since coming back from injury, and Jordan Poole being a terrorist like every now and again, and you still would have won. He
a definition of terrorist now. Like,
because if you want to keep it a stack, and I hate to do this to you, True, the way that your Celtics was playing in that finals, Jason Tatum was on terrorist watch right along with their ass.
Hey man, listen, I would say bad too. I would say it was bad. Like, it was bad. It was bad. The turnovers, it was definitely bad. It was definitely bad, but I don't know. It's like it definitely was disaster.
And
But
yet they almost
See,
still. Well, sorry.
that was more of the
true.
defensive. That was like that was definitely it was definitely like it was not that was not great offensive basketball at all. That was a defensive
Yeah,
finals.
they were giving us
but
problems.
I got a question for y'all. This is especially for you two Celtics now. Say if the Celtics would have won and that scandal with Imadoka would have came out, do you think they would have fired him as quickly as
They
they did, or would
they
they
still would
have
have fought.
kept him?
They didn't
You
fire
saying that?
him quickly though. They didn't fire him quickly. They've been because remember they found the situation out and they told him to chill out. Hey, stop what you're doing. He still did
Stop
it,
fucking the vice president's wife.
and
Like
then he
I
did
think he
it.
would have got fired either way, Tiff.
Then he did it.
Can't do
Listen,
that.
Really
they
though.
didn't want to fire him to begin with. But legally and legal stuff, all that stuff coming into play. Like, listen, y'all, we told you to stop. We want you here. We want you here. We want you here. We told you to stop.
Bro,
Like, you know what I mean?
true.
And,
Check this out, right? To your point. I remember listening, so I listen to like when I'm at work and shit, right? There's a 98.5 or that's like the local Boston radio sports show. And they were talking about the dude with the most job security in Boston, even over Bill Belichick. This was before, the last 2 seasons of terrible Patriots play, was Ime Udoka.
I believe.
Then like a month later, the shit happened, and it was like, nobody wanted Udoka to leave. No real Boston fan wanted Udoka
Right.
out
That's
of there.
why. But why? That's why people. That's why it's like, why you think the players were so?
Can't
They
keep
know.
fucking. You can't
Right.
keep fucking
They know
on
this is.
the vice
Yeah.
president's wife.
Yeah. Like
Can't
people
do
trying.
it, bro.
And people trying to blame the Celtics for that. It's like, bro, at the end of the day, listen. If the reason why the Celtics, if the players and everybody handled that situation, look, fast forward, it didn't really. It affected them because of course last minute coaching change last year, right, and stuff like that. But they still was out there playing high level basketball. It was, I mean, because Iguodala was in the wrong. It's in the day. I mean, it is what it is. You can't be. I mean, he's a great coach. He's a great coach, but it's like if you got told no and you kept on, like, come on, like you just
Bro,
like
fuck
it's
your
like.
boss's wife and see if you keep your job. That's it. It's
But
that
here's the
simple.
thing, he did it. But here's the thing, he did it, and it's like, bro, they just told him to chill. And it's like all right, hey,
Bro, there was reports like he was like calling her, like, yo, like
listen,
come through, like, and dude was seeing it, like,
I'm just saying, bro. Like, a lot of people,
I wish he
don't
was
got
still
them.
the coach.
Listen, a lot of people don't have them chances. I do too, but it's like, listen, a lot of people don't have those type of chances. You know what I mean? Like he got a warning. A lot of people would have said he would have got fired immediately. He got a warning. It's like, I mean,
Nah,
it's definitely gonna be interesting them coming back to Boston though. I don't wonder what type of.
Ooh,
Can I say?
I don't want to see that game, Lord.
Hold on, Tiffany. Can I say something?
Oh, go ahead, Daisy. I was just saying.
I mean,
Breaking news: the
Oh,
Davis only got 4 points against the Kings. Y'all good to go.
you said what? You said what? You said who only got
Say that
4
again?
points?
That's that is.
I said
Would you who?
4 points.
Yeah, King beating the dog shit out the Lakers right now. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit crazy.
See, Keller, they was doing all that talking the last night. I believe the other day against beating the poor Memphis.
I ain't gonna hold your shot. Hey, shout out to
I
Bonus
got the
too.
game.
Shout out to Bonus because a lot of people been slandering his name though off the and he out playing AD right now.
It's
He out playing
98-77
AD
right now. I got the
Woo,
game.
Shout
Lord.
out to Bonus though. They been slandering him because he played bad against the Warriors. I'm being petty.
Yeah,
but
I'm not sure exactly what's going on with Anthony Davis. Like so far it started last season during the postseason where there was a little fun joke about he was Mr. 1-3-5 where games 1, 3, and 5 he'll go crazy and then 2, 4, and 6 it'll be like, bro, who the fuck is this? And
weird, bro.
you know, it was funny. It was funny at first, but now I don't know if it's like it might be a real thing because like so far this season, like if y'all been paying attention to AD will have like a monster game like he did against, I believe, was it Memphis? No, it wasn't
Yeah,
Memphis.
big game.
You talking
No,
about
it was
in season tournament?
Phoenix.
You talking about?
No, it was it was against. Was it Phoenix? No. It was against.
Yeah,
It was.
yeah, I think
It was against
Phoenix.
Phoenix. You're right. It was against Phoenix. He had 18, 11, and 4. Then the next game he had 30, 13, and 6. And then the game against Memphis, he had 19, 11, and 5 with 6 blocks. And then but if anybody tells you, he went up against Miami and only put up 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. So I was like, I don't know. He's having like a weird season, not to be like worried about because he's still putting up like 21 a game, but like I don't know. He's weird. He really is weird.
AD, it's so frustrating with AD because like he's a top 5. He's top 5 talent. Like he's even more in my opinion, he's more talented than Jason Tatum. He's more talented than Jordan Embiid. Even a Steph Curry. But it's so frustrating to see like it's the inconsistencies of that, right? It's just I don't know. Like, it's very frustrating.
It's the gas tank, true. It's the gas tank.
He don't
It's
got
like
a motor.
even,
He don't
even
got a motor. It's just like he
bro,
don't got the
even
motor.
today,
And
right?
he don't.
Look,
He don't
Tatum had
oppose
like
his will
what?
on the game. Right.
Tatum had like 18 going into the 4th today, bro. Something like it wasn't. He didn't have a lot of points.
Oh, it's just it really just a motor. It's a motor thing because like 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 even if somebody's struggling, whatever case may be, you gonna still see certain guys still oppose their will. Like okay, let's say Steph Curry may having a bad shooting game. Listen, he still you even if he's missing whatever, he's still gonna try to oppose his will to a certain. You know what I mean? To get his team over the hump. Lucas, Jason Tatum, all these guys that you can.
No, don't bring Tatum in there. Don't put Tatum in there.
Tatum is in there. Tatum has a motor. Tatum has a motor.
Tatum has a motor. Offensively.
I'm talking about all around. I'm just talking.
No, but AD has a no. If that's the case, AD has a motor all around. It's just offensively he doesn't have the motor.
But here's the thing. I don't think even. I don't think like even.
No, you're right
even
about
like,
that, bro. You're right about that.
I mean, he's good. Listen, he's gonna play elite defense though. That's his natural talent defensively. I think AD can even be more. I think AD can even be more dominant defensively. My opinion.
Huh? Man, if he be any more,
100%.
Hear me out. It's all about the motor. Listen, it's all about the. It's all about the motor.
Offense.
It's all about the motor. Like you said, how many rebounds? Like I'm trying.
Yeah, it's only the offense. If AD is any better defensively, he's the greatest defensive player we have ever seen. If he's any better, and
now let's not. He came into the league. They compared him to Bill Russell.
Okay, so you mean to tell me that you think he's going to play Hakeem Olajuwon level defense? You think that he's capable of doing?
He came in the league with those projections and that expectation.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
he did.
He did not come in there with the.
Please go.
AD leads the league in blocks per game.
I'm telling you now. I'm no BS. When that Kentucky, they won that championship, Kentucky. No BS. They compared this man to Bill Russell. I'm not even bullshit to you. Listen. He made a listen. People forget he made the Olympic team in 2012. Off that. Like. He had high expectations going into.
He had high expectations, but to be the greatest defensive player of all time, that's
not okay. I wouldn't say all the time, but
he's a defensive juggernaut.
Yeah, and he's already a defensive juggernaut.
At least in that conversation, of course. Listen, at least in that conversation, that's all I'm saying. Can we all?
He's already in that conversation, but you saying him being even better is him basically like making like him clearing them niggas. Like he could play, he could be more dominant defense. He's already covering. He's already covering for a team full of full of players that make constant mistakes. Even LeBron James, at this stage of his career, makes constant mistakes that AD has to cover up for. He also has to cover up for Gabe Vincent for his lack of ability to come around screens. So he has to cover bases there while also keeping his eyes on the paint for the inevitable drop-off pass to whatever big is in the paint. And he has to cover that space. And he does all of that rather successfully majority of the time for them. So I don't understand what else this nigga could have did. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, listen, I'm
he's
just
roaming
saying,
the whole time. He's
it
a true power forward. He's not even
right.
a
It
real
may
center.
sound
Like,
crazy. I'm just saying he has. I feel though, like I said, his mentality. Like the problem with him is his mentality, and he really likes him. He just made me personally. He's just playing off of just straight talent. And I'm just saying. Listen. He playing over straight talent.
True.
I don't know how that's a crazy. He playing over straight talent. I'm just saying.
I see.
He
Look, I
playing over
see.
straight
I see.
talent.
Though he has to. He has to. You
I
have
don't
to
hate AD. I used to be an AD fan. Listen, I don't hate AD. I'm not one of these people that
a
say
nigga
AD
that's
not top
averaging
hey,
a nigga that's giving you 23, 11, and then on the backside also giving you 3 blocks a game.
he the
Who
third
else
best
is
big in the
doing that
league.
in the league?
He the third. Listen, he the third best big in the NBA. I'm not hating on him. I don't got listen. He's a top 10 player in the NBA.
Who else is doing that in the league though? Like, please tell me
he
who's
might be
giving
the best
production.
defensive big in the league.
Listen. He's probably the best
definitely
defensive.
leading
He
the league
arguably
in
the best.
blocks.
He arguably the best defensive big in the league. I'm not denying none of that. I'm just, my opinion. I feel though.
Oh yeah, we already understand that.
He can reach on a different level. That's my opinion. It's my opinion.
No,
I mean,
but okay,
I can't be tripping on that.
I need you to understand. He is not only the best defensive big. He is the best defender in the league. He's the best defender. He's better than Drew Holiday. Like as a total package. Anthony Davis is able to cover the paint. He's able to cover the paint while also being able to step out onto the perimeter consistently, guard not just any regular schmegular perimeter guards. He's able to guard the best perimeter guard in the league in Stephen Curry. He's able to do that consistently in an entire series when they're daring him to have to do it. He does it rather successfully while covering the paint, while covering the areas of the corners and wing area. His switchability is like rivaled by none. Like, I don't know what to tell you. While also giving you 12 rebounds a game and giving you 23 points rather efficiently. I don't know.
My thing is, and like I said, he's a great basketball player, first ballot Hall of Famer.
What?
But all I'm saying is,
you say he was able to guard Steph Curry?
Yes, he was able to guard Steph Curry.
Yeah, he actually did guard.
In
the second round of the Golden State Warriors versus Lakers series, the Golden State Warriors, because their offense is so putrid, they had only one choice: switch. Steph Curry went into switch hunt mode. He was hunting, and he happened to come across Anthony Davis rather consistently. And guess what happened every time Steph Curry got Anthony Davis on him? He got blocked, or it didn't even touch the rim because Anthony Davis was that effective.
What was that? Was he at the 3-point line, or was he in?
He was at the 3-point. He started at the 3-point line. He started at the 3-point line. Stephen Curry would try to shoot over him, extending his range unnecessarily. And even when he tried to go past Anthony Davis, it didn't go for it. And then when he tried to chuck up a mid-range off the dribble, Anthony Davis was there for that. While also understanding that Stephen Curry could just easily drop it out to Kevon Looney. So he's able to guard the best player in the series while also worried about his the best offensive player in the series, while also having to worry about his own man sitting in the paint just waiting for Steph to give him the ball. That's elite defensive. No, that's not elite defensive. That's the best defender in the league type shit.
That's a great point, bro, because I remember seeing that film.
Okay, so basically,
great point.
Guard Steph off a switch.
I never said that people in my team that can do that defensively. I never downplay what he can do defensively. I just said he could be better, in my opinion. That's
How
all
could
I
he
said.
be better? Okay. What better?
That's all I said.
No, I'm saying.
That's all I said.
What could he do better defensively?
What he can do better defensively? I mean, it's always room to improvement. But like when I say about mainly, it's all room for improvement. But like when I talk about mainly
True,
motor,
you're
It's
trolling
the
me,
offensive side, true. That's
but
what it is. It's the
listen,
offensive
but although
side.
when I also said motor too, I mean listen, defensively is not really that's not really a big issue with AD. That's all he's gonna do that regardless. When I also say motor, like them as a player, period, I feel he can because like let's say that may sound crazy to say like they I mean, and I could be wrong on that, right? Defensively. I could be wrong on that. But offensively though, I mean there
You're
ain't no
absolutely right.
excuses.
Yeah, no, you're
So like
absolutely right.
I do, but like I said, I used to be an AD fan. Like I was an AD fan. Like that was the only Kentucky team I even liked. Like I don't even rock with Kentucky. That's like I like when AD came in, and then like then when he gets to NBA, he want to you know how Kentucky big men be. They go on shackles. Every Kentucky big man on shackles. So when they go to the NBA, it's like, oh, he can do that. It's like now, he's not just great defensively, but he can do that too. Like he can shoot outside, he can face up. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. It's like I mean I don't know. Like, and the crazy thing about the Lakers, they're in a tough spot because mind you, the fact that he can do what he can do already, it's hard to say. And I've really been thinking about this too. And I was like when people say people they need to trade AD, but it's like well you can do that, but what you gonna get in return?
You're not
Because
going to get his. You're not going to match his value because there's
it's a
nobody else.
weird, right?
Yeah,
It's a weird thing because you want him. Of course, Lakers got him to do something that he ain't been technically fulfilling, right? To being a true franchise player, but what he brings to the table is valuable.
I
It
think
can
he could
help
be.
you
I think
win.
he could be. I think he can be a franchise player. I think the problem is the Lakers are looking for big or go home type moves, and that's not going to cut it when you're dealing with a player like Anthony Davis or LeBron at this stage of his career. You know, like they're looking to pair that big name, that big name player alongside of them, and just like, oh, now we got a new big three. We're the scariest thing. That doesn't cut it in this league at this point, especially when you have that big 6'11", 7-foot center just sitting on the other side. And he's playing on a roster where he doesn't have a Anthony Davis or LeBron James on his team. You know what he has though? He has an actual well-constructed team that can be able to defend you in any which way that you decide to be defended and be able to play offensively any way in which you want to. You want to double him? Fine. He has multiple assets for him to be able to pass to for them to either finish or competent in the shot creation area. So like when it comes to the Lakers, the situation that they're dealing with now is they're trying to get themselves back in order from the Russell Westbrook mistake. That shit set them back. They should have never gave up KCP. They should have re-signed Alex Caruso. They should have even kept Kyle Kuzma, because the way that Kyle Kuzma not exploded, but the way that Kyle Kuzma upped his value on the Washington Wizards. Imagine if you would have allowed him to up his value on you. That's a trade piece you could have used to get get a better valued player alongside of LeBron and AD. So there's that. Really the problem with the Lakers is they're still playing catch up from the setback that they got trading for Russell Westbrook 3 years ago now, or 2 years ago now.
No, did not. No, I was
I don't know
not
this.
just
I don't know
that.
that's the biggest problem.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Trace, I'm gonna say, I didn't like the move, like how they got rid of the whole team after the championship team. I understand making moves, but they just went like a little too far. Like who was the center they got from the Clippers? I didn't think that was a good fit.
Montrezl Hill. I didn't
Yeah,
like that sign.
I
I
didn't
didn't like that
like
signing
that
either.
either.
It made no sense. I think you know what I think that was, Mr. I think that was them they were trying to take away from the Clippers more than them add assets to their roster that made sense.
I agree with that.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I think they just wanted to take the six man of the year away from the Clippers rather than making a move that made sense for them.
Yeah, Mister they ain't take anything serious because of the bubble. But the whole Clipper team too. That whole Clipper team too. Shit the wackest shit in the world, bro. Like
Like the fact that
nobody put a gun in your head to play like that shit. I'm gonna cook. Listen, that's some. I'm thinking time. Like and nobody. And I'm thinking, and these dudes not checking these guys for saying that shit is fucking bullshit, bro. Nobody forced y'all to go in the bubble. Every Bradley did not play in the bubble. He said, "You know what? I have a kid. I have a child that I need to take care of. And I
He
need a
sure
D.
did. He did. He sure did say that.
And mind you, he's on Los Angeles Lakers, a team that's competing for a championship. He said, you know what? I'm rather do something. So that's not. Listen, granted, shout out to Montrezl Harrell. Sorry for your loss with your grandmother. All the people, Lou Williams had a loss, and I understand that, right? But nobody put a gun to your head to play in that bubble. I don't care what the majority rules was not. Nobody said y'all didn't have to go. Y'all decided
Yeah,
to be
you
on
could have
there.
just
And
just
you know the
left.
old saying
So like
is
you
you on that,
saying.
and you know the saying is you on that court. You go over there compete. You put that jersey on. You tie them shoes up. You in meetings and stuff like that. You was up 3 and you was up 3-1 against Denver. So like now it's on. Now it's like it's. I don't listen. I can't. I feel bad for Clipper fans. I'm the real Clipper fan. I'm not talking about these. I'm talking about the real Clipper
I
fans
feel
that been the
sorry for it's
fans.
Billy Crystal. That's who
I'm
he
talking about.
talking
I'm talking about
about.
the Clipper fans before the. And I'm talking about the Clipper fans before the Lob City Clippers. I'm talking about the genuine, real Clipper fans out there. I mean,
If
if you just
anybody was a
started
fan before,
now,
Lob City, God
yeah,
rest. So I'm sorry. I'm
yeah. I
so
mean,
sorry.
but not no way. I mean, let me be fair because it's your newer generation, right? I
Yeah.
mean, if you are a genuine, real Clippers fan, or even from the hard times, whatever, I cannot be a fan. I couldn't be a fan of this team. They especially those guys saying that. Those guys, Lou Williams, like guys saying that in their mouth, bro. Because like that's corny, bro. That's corny. And then you bring in James Harden. This man saying the same thing every press conference. Man, I'm getting back in shape. It's 6 games, James. First of all, what was you doing?
It's a
All and then
mentality. It's a
am I thinking what would you
mentality thing.
right? Am I thinking what were you doing the off season? And then like last time I checked, was was doing some things in Sixers practice, right? He was at the training camp for a little at some type of time.
But King, like when it comes to like the NBA or the
Yeah,
NBA's like what's the shit called conditioning.
yeah,
Like if you take off like a month, like he took off,
yeah,
that shit
Facts.
hit. That shit
yeah.
hit.
But that's his
You're
fault. But
gonna
my
feel
whole
it.
thing is,
No,
but
that's fair. That's fair to say
yeah,
that's your fault. That's your fault for doing
yeah.
that. But at the same time,
That's
is
a
it
for
really
yeah.
though? Is it really though? Like it's his fault for sort of for basically sitting out. But at the same time, if I'm telling you I want to be traded, and you promise me you're gonna trade me, and then you don't trade me, shit, I'm standing on business. Standing on business.
Right. But James,
Hold up though, bro.
yeah,
Hold
bro.
up though,
They're
bro.
more.
Right? Because I think that's a great point you're making. But here's my only pushback, right?
Mm-hmm.
So either way, right? You're trying to
Mm-hmm.
be traded. Are you trying to go to your next team out of shape, or are you gonna stay in shape?
Yeah, but if you want me to play games and help you win games just so I can further just so I can be able to get you to trade me and just forget about the risk that's going involved with if I play for you. Because what if James Harden would have played for them and he gets hurt?
No,
That's a
that's a great
great
question.
point.
That's
But
a great
I don't
question.
know.
But I can real quick. Let me go. I can offer you. I mean, do you have to play games to stay in like you just gotta be in the games to stay in shape, or
No,
can you just stay out of the strip
no,
club
but
and
if they treat him anything like they did in the preseason, if he didn't if when he didn't play games like they did in the preseason, they locked him out of everything. Anything team oriented, as far as practices, as far as not even practices, as far as him working out in the gym facility, as far as him going to do anything Philadelphia 76ers wise, they locked him out because he wasn't showing up to practice and he didn't go on the game on the bus to the game. So like my thought process is if they did that to him in the preseason for him not showing up to practice, they probably did the same to him in the regular season. Nah, you ain't coming to work out in our gym facility. You ain't coming to, get no buckets with our personal trainer. You ain't coming to do none of that. Nah, you ain't a 76er no more. We looking to trade you. Stay your ass at the house until we ready to trade you.
No, I can dig that. I'm just saying, right? So if you're going to another team, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're James Harden. It's getting later on in your career. Like, do you need the 76ers organization to keep you in shape? Like, you can't go work with
Oh,
somebody.
are you assuming that he's not in shape at all?
No, I'm just talking about what the result is as of now. They're 0-6 as acquiring James Harden
That's
on
not
the
because of Harden.
Clippers.
That's
That's
not
what I'm
because of
saying.
Harden. That's not because of Harden. Them
Yeah, I guess you're
losing,
right about that.
yeah, them
He's a part
losing
of the
these
success. He's a
games,
part of it, though.
them losing these games. Not saying that Harden doesn't play a role, because I think some of Harden's tentativeness, him being a bad defender, him being his shooting being very rocky, and that's putting it nicely so far. I think that plays a role in it. So I'm not saying he's not at fault at all, but I think as far as the Clippers go, we have to keep it a stat. Kawhi Leonard hasn't been looking his best so far this season. Paul George has been playing better, rather offensively than Kawhi Leonard. Defensively, he looks fine. But I mean, we
Yeah,
understand.
Paul George is like kind of looking
Yeah.
like the only guy that's really trying over there, at least from
No.
what I've seen.
It's not that they're not trying. It's just some things just don't. It's not going to work out right away, right? So, like for instance. Even though they were winning before Harden, they were 3-1 before Harden joined. Think about who they beat. They beat the Portland Trail Blazers. They lose to the Utah Jazz. They beat the San Antonio Spurs and the Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic win is more impressive than the other two, but those wins aren't moving me. Those wins aren't moving me to think this justifies them not trading for Harden. And then when you look at the games that they lost, they lose against the Los Angeles Lakers. First of all, Harden didn't even play. And they were getting smoked up until they wanted to play catch up. And this is a larger problem, which I think goes to the head coach, Ty Lue, who was getting credit for being the best head coach or arguably one of the best, arguably the best head coach in the NBA for like a couple years now. He needs to be held to the fire because on far too many occasions, if you guys really think about it, the Paul George and Kawhi Leonard led Los Angeles Clippers since they have been the faces of the Clippers have always struggled with this problem of that playing catch up late in the games. They're always playing catch up to the big teams. And sometimes it works, but majority of the time it bites them in the ass because you're playing catch up. So obviously when you're playing catch up, they're basically just playing keep away to you. Then when you go up against the New York Knicks, that was his first game. That was his first game of the season. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not even mad at the fact that he struggled because quiet as kept, the New York Knicks is a very good defensive team. They're very good. The Brooklyn Nets as well. The Brooklyn Nets as well. And to be honest with you, their defense looks like putrid. So the Denver Nuggets, the Brooklyn Nets was able to do what they want. Mavericks and Nuggets are sort of in the same boat as their offense is just unstoppable. And if the Clippers haven't figured out their offense by now, which we obviously see they haven't, like it makes sense. And then against the Memphis Grizzlies, that I blame James Harden for because I think James Harden, if he was to be more efficient, I think they could have won that. If he would have been a better playmaker, I think they could have won it as well. And defensively, he's a liability. So Desmond Bain and them, they were able to do what they want. But I think the larger problem with the Clippers is the fact that they don't have enough size. They have no rim protection whatsoever. Zubac is laughable at this point. And then Tyronn Lue running small ball every 5 seconds. Like it's his go-to at this point. I think that's nasty. That's nasty.
They had no choice, but they also got no choice too. They first because the GM likes how they build their roster, especially Plumlee being hurt now. They have no choice to play small ball. Especially
but if we're running small ball, right? Why isn't Tyronn Lue doing the proper due diligence of figuring out what lineups work to where you can be able to maximize your team defensively? Because I think it's safe to say, regardless of whatever small ball lineup you want to put out there, Kawhi Leonard is going to be on the floor. Likelihood is Paul George is going to be on the floor as well. So you have enough offense there, right? And likelihood is Westbrook or Harden or both is going to be a point guard and shooting guard for that lineup, right? So if that's the case, you don't have to worry about offense because offense is just naturally going to figure itself out at some point. Why isn't he doing the proper due diligence to figure out some type of defensive scheme that could be able to make you guys more potent? Like you're not. I'm watching them on defense. There's not even a scheme that allows them to take advantage of the passing lanes.
You know the funny thing about it?
Terrence Mann is a good defender too.
But,
like
absolutely, him too.
But you know, the problem is though about the Clippers, which has always been also an issue. But them, like they be having these same flaws for like years at this point. They're when it comes to defensive schemes, they really lack at that. They have individual defenders on that team that can play defense, stuff like that. When it comes to schemes and stuff like that, communicating, playing defense as a team, they really struggled with that for a while now. Even like when they first got together. So it's like they have the same bad hat like when it comes to team defense from then and even now. So like even they like I said they about to bring in Daniel Tice. I saw. I mean that is some help. But that being said too, Daniel Tice 6'9". I mean maybe right now he is better than Zubac. So I mean, hey, he can catch some lot. He got better hands than Zubac. He can stretch the floor a little bit. And I think I trust him more defensively than Zubac right now. So let's see how that. I don't know, but I mean they still got. But that being said, they still got a lot of issues. Cause like I said, team defense wide, defensive schemes. Which I don't understand. That's been a big issue with them for a while. And Tyronn Lue been on the roster for a while. He was assistant coach.
I don't think
how
that
many games
defensive
Paul George. Sorry, bro. How many games has Paul George and Kawhi Leonard really like played together the last 3 seasons?
It's not a lot.
That's the only bail I can shoot Ty Lue. Is like I don't think he's been dealing with a whole deck for like 3 seasons.
By the way, their defensive scheme has been fine over the years. I was going to let you finish because I was checking to make sure, but Ty Lue's defensive schemes over the years has been fine. The problem that lies is when he inevitably goes to his small ball lineups. That's when his defensive schemes come into question, especially in this situation. Like in the past, the small ball lineup typically revolved around Montrezl Harrell playing the center spot, Kawhi Leonard going to the 4, Paul George at the 3, Lou Will at the 2, and then the 1 is whoever, right? Probably Patrick Beverley. So your defense is fine there, right? And Montrezl Harrell is a competent rebounder, so at the very least he's fair. He's good there. The only thing is you lose rim protection. But in this situation, the small ball 5 would be PJ Tucker. Now, Montrezl Harrell to me is I think he's like 6'8". This nigga PJ Tucker is like 6'4", 6'5". And you're expecting him to play the center spot. That's a problem. And so
yeah, that's a good point.
And so in this situation, the unique problem that Tyronn Lue has is the fact that he has nobody. If he runs his small ball lineup, which he will, he has nobody that is over 6'7". And so when you go up against a team like the Denver Nuggets with Jokic, or you go against the Los Angeles Lakers with a player like Anthony Davis, or you go up against these teams that have 7-foot centers that are competent enough, like the New Orleans Pelicans, who has Valanciunas, who's competent enough to be able to make a proper read to either drop it off, or they're sitting in the dunker spot, literally baiting you to roll over towards the opposite side so that they could get the easy pass and get it and be able to get an easy dunk. That's the problem that this nigga Tyronn Lue is dealing with. He's failing to make the adjustment that allows the defense when he's running small ball to be able to disrupt something. I don't know what he's going to disrupt, but it got to be something. I would prefer the passing lane because I think even being a smaller group, that could work in your favor because that means you're quicker. And so you're able to quickly get into the passing lane. Not to mention you have 2 guys that's going to be operating in the perimeter and Russell Westbrook and James Harden, who specialize in disrupting shit in the passing lane because I think James Harden is a bad defender on the perimeter, but as far as like disrupting stuff in the passing lane, he's always been good at that. And then Russell Westbrook has always been a he's always been a passing lane guy. Like he literally suicide dives for those type of opportunities. So if you tell them, I want you to disrupt every single pass that comes around that perimeter, I think that that's the best answer to this. But again, it's only been 6 games. You know, Rome wasn't
8
built.
games, something like that.
Yeah, it's only been it's only been 10 games. I feel like they'll figure it out, but at the end of the day, they did all of this just for them to lose to Jokic.
It's like why Jared West part of the blame. Jared West part of blame. Listen, it's blame. A lot of blame go around with the Clippers. Steve Ballmer. Let's be real. One of the reasons why James Harden's over there to put people in seats. They got the new stadium beginning built in Inglewood right now. So having James Harden name help bring 4 guys in LA on your team. That's from that. I mean, you're not slick. Of course, they got James Harden because they feel that he can make the team better, but they're not slick. There's other reasons why he's on the team, money wise. But it's like at this point, it's like I don't know. They gotta figure something out. I mean, maybe James Harden need to come off the bench. Maybe I don't know.
James Harden's not coming off that bench.
Which I don't understand. Like it's like I don't understand it. It's like because now it's like you're smaller than ever now. Because mind you, the small ball has been a detriment to them, and now you're smaller than ever now. So
yeah,
it's like,
but why Harden is the one to come off the bench? I'm lost at.
The reason why I feel he needs to come off the bench. The reason why I feel he needs to come off the bench because before Westbrook, when that starting lineup was working,
was it working though?
It was working. He was playing well.
Yeah, he was playing. He was playing.
They were playing better before he got there. Like again, I mean, it's not all.
Well, they played really slow last year. True.
Right. This is my other person too.
He helped to expedite the offense.
Right.
Okay, my thing is this:
the point of attack defender. Because like I said before, you take he is playing defense on the Clippers. He's been playing
defense. But my whole thing is, why does either one of them have to come off the bench? Like for as good as Russell Westbrook has been playing for them, are we going to forget about the woes that they went through when they added him to the roster last year towards the end? People were ready to shit on him then. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took them a while for them to figure it out. It took a while for Tyronn Lue to figure out what works for this core. And now we're in the same position. Russell Westbrook, Harden, Kawhi, and Paul George can work. I'm very confident of that. You have 2 good to great defenders. You have a good, a solid point of attack defender, and you still have one of the league's best playmakers. All you have to do is put all 4 of them in the right position for them to be able to operate well. They can be a dangerous offensive team. The question is defensively, and even if you swap out Harden for Terrence Mann, that puts you, unfortunately, right back, your starting lineup at least, right back in the same position you was before.
I agree.
You don't have enough power in your starting lineup to be able to hold off some of these offensive onslaughts from teams like the Shea-led Oklahoma City Thunder, the Los Angeles Lakers, the Denver Nuggets,
in the West,
the Phoenix Suns.
Everybody worried about everybody's ball dominant, but you got to figure that out.
Yeah,
no,
so
I agree with you. I agree with you, bro.
The best thing is to just stick with this starting lineup and let them figure it out. Tyronn Lue needs to figure this out. That's his job.
Right. Now I agree with that. But also, there's other people. There's somebody else that we ain't talk about either though.
Who?
That he part of. Kawhi Leonard got to step up also.
Because
he ain't been playing. He ain't been really playing like the Kawhi Leonard that I think he got to step up too though. I mean, it's a combination of different things of why they struggling. Kawhi not having a quote unquote Kawhi year.
What's a
It's
Kawhi
still
year?
Kawhi
early.
got to step up
What's a
defensively
Kawhi? What's a
with all
Kawhi?
the firepower they got. I
What's a
think.
I mean,
Kawhi year?
he's only averaging like 22, 23 points a game.
He's averaging 20 flat. He's averaging 20 flat this year.
Damn, that's what I'm saying. He not. I mean,
that's been him though. That's been him.
Come on, that ain't been him. Like, he ain't listen.
No, I'm saying okay. 20 flat has not been him for like 4 seasons, but that's been like him being like coasting through the regular season, sort of just finding his way and just doing his job. That's been him. And his job this season so far, in the beginning of the season when they were 3-1, it was to let Paul George eat. Paul George was averaging 30 something to start off the season. You let him eat. And so there was no need for Kawhi to be having these explosive offensive nights. And then as far as his playmaking, he's giving you like 3.7 assists a game, which is about what he does. He giving you 1.7 turnovers, which is about what he does. And while giving you good to great defense, he's nowhere near the defender that he once was, which is why he's really not. He's on the back end of the top 10 if he is top 10 these days, but people not ready to have that conversation. But he's giving you he's shooting 42% from the 3-point line on like 5-6 attempts. Like Kawhi he's still solid.
I mean, like even Paul, like also it's gonna be it's that's why also this trade, like if you were just gonna do this now, if they were just gonna do this trade, it made more sense to do it the James Harden trade like in the off season because like now you gotta figure it because now there's a lot to figure out too because because the reason why I said some James Harden had to come off the bench, the main reason why I said that because like James Harden taking shots away from like you talking about Paul George going off. Okay, cool. Kawhi got work. Okay, I'm worried about just playing defense and scoring. Cool. And Westbrook, he don't care about getting Paul. Hey, you the scorer. You know what I mean? You the best scorer. James Harden is the playmaker. He needs the ball. And he needs to, you know what I mean, getting rhythms and stuff like that. He taking that little time away from Paul George. That's why I'm saying like, because I don't think it's gonna. If you want Paul George to do what he did before James Harden, I don't know. It's gonna. Like I said, it's gonna be tough to figure out.
You don't want Paul George to be doing that because we've seen when Paul George does that, Paul George breaks down.
Yeah,
breaks down.
They got a lot. See, that's the thing too. It's like they got a lot of things. Like it's, I don't know. It's really
this is
like
a good. To be honest with you, even with them being 0-6, this is a good problem to have. You have so much talent. You just have to figure out how to make the pieces work together. But they can work together. Like like they can fit.
It's like a paint. It's like a nice glass table. It can break, but it easily can break.
That shit could break, but you could have that bitch in your living room looking beautiful.
Right, but like that's the thing because, like, mind you, 40 guys is kind of Westbrook, but he ain't been getting hurt that much lately. But he still has in his career. I don't like you say. Listen, if Tyronn Lue can make this now, if Tyronn Lue can somehow figure this out and they can gel, then he's definitely in the coach of the year conversation. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh hell no! That goes to Ime.
No, I do. No, I'm saying the conversation. I mean, I do got Ime.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I think you're saying he deserves
because if he can somehow figure this out, because like there's a lot going on. Like,
bro, to be honest with you,
it's a lot.
And to keep it a stack with you, their schedule was so hectic. They could not have picked a worse time to make this trade. Because think about it, after you make that trade, right? You had to deal with the Lakers, so you didn't have your depth, nor did you have the star that you traded for to go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Then you had to go up against the New York Knicks. And the New York Knicks, although they've been struggling, I mean, like, them niggas, like, you still have to deal with Jalen Brunson. I'm not even going to mention that fraud's name, but RJ Barrett And Mitchell Robinson is playing like not Mitchell Robinson. Hardenstein is playing great as a rim protector for them, and so is Mitchell Robinson. To be honest with you, like that team defensively is fantastic, and so you planned on integrating another star player along with your other 2 star players and your ball dominant player Russell Westbrook in that game of all games. Then you go up against the Brooklyn Nets, and I'm sorry to tell you, that nigga Cam Thomas is the truth. You choose to put them up against him. You test your defense against them. Then you go up against Dallas, who's playing the best basketball in the West right then at that point. Then you put them up against Memphis. Memphis, I think they should have won, but their defense is so stifling.
Right, and Memphis was down. They're going to get a. They not. It was bound to get a win here or there. So it's like
Memphis's defense is so stifling. That was so bad. And then they go up against Denver, which is the best team in the NBA. But now this after they finish going up against Houston on Friday, their schedule gets a tad bit easier before it gets hard again. You got San Antonio back to back. So those are the games that you can be able to properly integrate them. But then you got New Orleans, Dallas, Denver. Then you got Sacramento, Golden State back to back. Then you got Portland. That's another easy one. Then you got Sacramento, Golden State again, New York, Indiana, Dallas, OKC. Like these niggas get no days off.
Yeah, that's even that Spurs back to back. That's like they should win that, but like matchup wise, they like Spurs is a big team, so it's like they could. I mean, they have a interesting lineup.
Beat up in the paint. They absolutely beat up in the paint.
You got Jeremy Sohan and be playing point guard and Vassell. The smallest dude is Vassell. He's like 6'5", 6'6". So it's like, they have a. I mean, and mind you, Victor, you already. It's like I don't know who going. I mean,
I don't think that none of them gonna be able to stop Wemby. I think the what you use San Antonio for is a barometer for how good your offense can be able to operate. Because as much as they have size, that means they're a slower defensive team. So you can be able to take advantage of the slow-footed players like Zach Collins. You know what I'm saying? Like Zochan, who's like he's so you use that opportunity for you to like test out offensive schemes so that you could be better prepared, because I'm telling you right now, Herbert Jones is back for the New Orleans Pelicans. That defender is real. And then they have Zion there. Yeah, Herbert Jones, he gets
a lot of people really not talking about the Pelicans. They Pelicans have been playing some decent basketball.
I'm trying to tell you.
The main problem with the Pelicans, I've been saying, I told people is the injuries. That's the biggest issue with the Pelicans. Like Pelicans fully healthy, I do believe they're one of the best teams in the West if they fully healthy. I strongly believe that. It's just like we got to see McCollum. He got the craziest injuries in the world. That's he had the back. They had a collapse. Hopefully, he got the collapse long.
They were 4-1. They were 4-1 before CJ went down, and then since then they went on a 5-game losing streak, and they finally beat Dallas on Tuesday. So. I mean, before CJ went down, they were operating just fine. It's just like they hit a rough patch. So I mean, don't let the record fool you. This team is far better than the record says. That 5-6 is not how good they are.
If they healthy and they in the playoffs, that's a team. That's one of the teams that I would. Even in the first round, you would try to avoid. If you see them healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because Herbert Jones, like I said, if you don't know about Herbert Jones, one of the best perimeter defenders in the league.
Herb Jones is up there with like the Jalen McDaniels of the world defensively. Like y'all need to open up y'all eyes a little bit for them. Them two.
Yeah, like Zion, especially without Zion, like the presence like his in the paint he brings is like you had. I mean, Brandon Ingram, no guys like so. But like I said, CJ's out for them and Jose Alvarado.
Oh, you talking about Jose Alvarado?
Yeah. So like that's hard. Definitely hurts when you got your starting point guard and your backup point guard hurt.
But
I
at
mean,
the same
Dyson
time,
Daniels, Dyson Daniels
I was
not
just
there
about to
yet.
say.
I
I
like
was
that.
just
I
about
like
to
Dyson
say.
Daniels. I like Dyson. He's not there
That
yet.
nigga Dyson Daniels
Yeah,
started rubbing his hands like Birdman, boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like last year he was playing a lot off ball more, so it's like him trying to be a point guard in the NBA. He still got to, you know what I mean. But I like him though. I like Dyson Daniels. I like him a lot.
I like the size, the extra length he gives. Pause for the Pelicans. I think he's also another good defender, especially on the perimeter. He's 6'7", y'all. So like he's a little slow footed for a point, but the opportunities he can be able to create being a mismatch, and he already, like, you can see when he's on the court, he notices it. He just doesn't know what to do with those opportunities. So the moment he figures out how to utilize his his height advantage versus the majority of the league, it makes the Pelicans that much potent, because Zion Williamson is still having he's still on that bullshit with being one of the best finishers around the rim in the entire league.
Yeah, Zion. He on that minute. I think he on that. Is Zion still on that minute restriction?
No, he's playing. Yeah, I think he's averaging like 30 minutes a game.
I think that's his minutes restriction though, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's averaging 31 minutes. Shit, if it's his minutes restriction, he's been on minutes restriction for the last 4 years. He's been averaging like 31 minutes a game.
Yeah,
his career.
that was a report I saw though. That was like they was talking about how like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been a down year for Zion right now. That's the crazy thing about it. Like
this is a down year for him.
The only difference is like, I mean, I guess I don't know. Yeah, he take the same amount of shots though. I guess he really go off though, really. But
so with the system that he's being put in with Willie Green, is just like people are like joking around when he said that that it's an adjustment, but it really is just simple as that. It's an adjustment period. Like, you're watching him in sets and he looks lost, like he's still trying to figure it out. And that's one of the problems that, like, I don't think people talked enough about him taking that much time off season to season. Like, he only played 29 games last season and missed a bunch of time. That's a lot of chemistry and a lot of like understanding of sets that you miss out on. So when you finally come back, it's like, you're playing catch up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think for the start of the season, it's only been 9 games. Considering how much time he missed coming back, he's playing great. He's getting to the line.
Yeah, so
he's still getting to the line.
It was a stack. I ain't gonna lie, it was a stack. Like, it's only like it was a stack.
It's getting tough out here. It's getting tough out here for these teams, and some of these NBA fans. And they finna realize a harsh reality that their team just isn't stacking up as well as they would like them to.
Yeah, it's I'm like, dang, like what was even a team that's not gonna make the playoffs. It's like they're interesting. Like, dang, they beating some of the teams, and like they competing. Like every team in the West is somewhat competing.
No.
Besides Utah.
Besides Memphis, Portland.
Yeah. Well, we gotta wait till Ja come back. Maybe it may be too late. So because that's gonna be a big, like, depending on what they do, like where record is before he comes back. That's gonna be a big. You know what I mean? Still a lot of games left, but I think they're gonna be. Of course, I think they're gonna be competitive when Ja comes back. So
but you do, like, it's going to be a little bit of a adjustment period, like, because this roster isn't the same. Like, you don't have Steven Adams, you don't have Brandon Clark, so essentially, Ja Morant is coming to a Jaren Jackson Jr. led roster where Desmond Bane had ball handling duties for 11 games now. Well, by the time he comes back, it'll be 25 games. Marcus Smart wasn't here last year. Neither was Bismack Biyombo. Neither was Derrick Rose. So it's like you're gonna be coming to not necessarily a completely new team, pretty damn close to it because Marcus Smart has sort of integrated himself as like one of the pivotal parts of their team, especially defensively. So how does the tandem of him and Marcus Smart with Desmond Bane at the 3 look? What does that mean for Ja Morant's spacing? Because in the past, it was Ja along with Desmond Bane, and Dylan Brooks wasn't a terrible 3-point shooter. He just had terrible shot selection. Marcus Smart is a terrible 3-point shooter. So, like, how does that work for him? You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll probably be an adjustment period where it's going to take a while for them to get used to it. And I think by the time they get understood, like, okay, I know how this works, it's going to be too late. You cannot run off a shit ton of losses in the Western Conference and expect to be able to squeak in, not even a play-in spot. It just ain't happening. It's not happening.
It's gonna take a lot. I mean, it's gonna take the team a lot to, like, if they could do it, like I said, 6-7 games, but I think they still can practice. Josh still can practice with the team, but he can't go to the game.
Yeah, but practice isn't like being on the actual court. And then let me ask you this: the current people that's in the playing spots right now are the Golden State Warriors, the Los Angeles Lakers, the Phoenix Suns, and the New Orleans Pelicans. Do you think the Memphis Grizzlies can knock any of those 4 out of the spots?
Maybe it could be the Pelicans off because of the injuries. But they also injured too. So it all really depends on that. But that's really honestly the only team. But I think like I said, it's gonna be a long season. Like I said, we don't like I said the Warriors. Draymond got suspended 5 games. They said Steph Curry's had an MRI.
Yeah.
That's they gotta care for that because.
And they finna miss Draymond for like 5 games.
So it's like, yeah, listen, because they barely hope Steph Curry cannot miss significant time at all. He missed significant time. Like I said, how stacked the West is. You a month off, like 10 games, you may be out the playoffs.
That is true.
So
that's true.
So it's like
that's true. But I think you know what? I think Utah or the Clippers have a better chance of popping into that spot and swapping out the Pelicans and the Warriors better than the Memphis Grizzlies. Damn. I think Utah or the Clippers can do that before the Memphis Grizzlies can. Because you got to think, even with Ja joining and coming back, right? Bro, the Memphis Grizzlies got the second worst offense in all of the league. Is Ja moving you that much to where you think he's going to have them jump from the second worst to a competent offense?
That's definitely a good ass question. I mean, he's a 25-point range. I don't know. It helped. I mean, would they be still trash?
That 25 points per game means it's somebody coming off.
But if they can't score, listen, like it's bad when it's like it's at times when I don't know. I don't know. It's definitely good because it's the worst case scenario for them because like people, I don't think people thought they were gonna be this bad because people. I mean,
I did.
I only thought. Because they lost their depth, but I thought, I don't know. I thought Jared Jackson Jr. took that next step. Because that's a whole nother story. Now people need to stop saying that.
Now, though, right?
Now people need to. Now he's still young. And I like him as a player, but all that he's maybe better than Ja, and I don't know. He may like y'all gotta cut that shit out now because like this is his time to.
He's better.
Because that would be the Grizzlies fans were saying that, and people were saying, oh, maybe he could be the front, because Jared Jackson had those spurts and he had those moments. That's like
Jared Jackson Jr. is still better than Ja.
He's not better than Ja.
Yes, he is. Because the reason, and you want to know why I can say that? Because even with them having the worst offense, and they have no business doing this, given the fact that they're completely depleted at their front line, and they're depleted outside of Marcus Smart. They have no good defenders anymore because they lost Dylan Brooks. How are they still the 18th best defense is beyond me. And that's because of Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson Jr.'s rim protection and his ability to be able to like step out occasionally, it cannot be understated. He is very, very good on the defensive end. And so it really comes down to how high are you on Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defense. If you're as high on his defense as I am, then you should think that Jaren Jackson Jr. is better than Ja. But if you're sold solely on the averages of Ja Morant and how good of a finisher he is, then Ja Morant might be your guy. Me personally, I think Jaren Jackson Jr. is better, but I'm not mad if you think Ja is still better.
Because like Jaren Jackson Jr. be showing those spurt like, cause we know defensively he's a monster, but it's like I said, but even when you thought they were gonna be bad, right? They're gonna miss Ja. I don't think people thought they're gonna be this bad. Like
I thought that their offense was going to be putrid, and I thought their defense was going to be solid. Sounds about right.
I don't know. It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be very interesting because basically the Grizzlies better not hoping somebody get hurt. That sounds crazy, but you better hope get lucky somehow. Because like I say, it's a long season.
Yeah, they need to. They gotta get lucky. They gotta get lucky somehow.
You gotta get lucky. I mean, and like you said, Marcus Smart. I mean, a guy like that, a guy that's come from a winning culture. I don't know. He been in these situations before. Where remember 2021 where the Celtics was started off a bad start. Maybe I don't know. I mean, but Taylor Jenkins. I mean,
even that was different because the Celtics were getting used to a new head coach, a new system. And they still had a fully healthy roster. It was just they got off to a rocky start. But as soon as they finally figured it out, they were off to the races. Yeah. In this case, it ain't got shit to do with the system. It ain't no new head coach. Your team is ass, and you expecting one point guard to come. A 1 point guard who's really not even like.
When Brandon Clark done for the season?
Yes. He tore his over.
So it's like,
and then
they can make a trade. They can make a trade. I don't know how many picks they got.
No, not for the Zach LaVine, not the Zach LaVine shit.
I ain't no Zach LaVine. I ain't talking about. I'm talking about like just get role player pieces.
Role play? No, I don't think they need role player pieces. You know what I think they need to get? You know what
they need to get depth, in my opinion. Like they do, like because granted they're not going. Yeah, I'm saying they can do that.
Think of how much better they'll be if they can make a trade for OG Anunoby. Think of that. Think of how much better.
The Raptors on some bullshit too.
Raptors are on some bullshit, but I'm telling you right now, I have no knowledge of this or anything like that. It's just blind faith. I think this is the year the Toronto Raptors finally say, "Let's hit the rebuild," and they're going to give away Pascal Siakam. They're going to give away OG Anunoby. They're going to start fresh with Grady Dick and Scotty Barnes led roster. I don't know why. I have a feeling this is the year because I'm looking at them so far this year. They look terrible. they look absolutely terrible. But the and to be quite honest with you, the way that Pascal Siakam has been playing so far this season, his stock is going to drop. So you need to sell him now if you're ever going to sell him. On top of that, you still have Dennis Schroeder on this roster. You still have OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby is having another stellar three-point shooting season, which makes no sense. I've never met somebody that shoots so well from the three-point line and shoots so terribly from the free throw line, but there you go. They still have Gary Trent Jr. They have a lot of assets that they could be able to move for nothing else but draft assets. And the draft capital that the Memphis Grizzlies or the Oklahoma City Thunder can be able to give them, it's hard for me to think that they would just leave without, talking to those two specifically. I don't know. I'm really confident that the Toronto Raptors this year is going to say, fuck it. Who's buying?
You said OKC, Pascal for OKC? Or
Oh, Pascal or OG Anunoby to OKC. I like OG Anunoby more than Pascal because I think another 3-point shooter and a versatile 3-and-D small forward would do wonders for him, especially if you don't have to trade Josh Giddey. Like the defense of Shea, Josh Giddey, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren, they turn into playoff contenders.
Right, yeah. Like I think if the Thunder do that, like it's probably Jalen Williams got to go.
You think Jalen Williams? Well, yeah, because there's no way you don't trade Josh Giddey and you don't trade
they get Pat. Cause like we were talking about that earlier about the OKC what they needed as a veteran. I think Pascal, he's a veteran. He's the he's the champion. Because Jalen Williams playing that 4 right now. And he's not really a real 4. I mean, he can play it, but like Pascal, he's a guy.
Yeah, he's 6'6". He's too small for a 4.
But his wingspan. I mean, he's not playing bad or anything. But like somebody upgrade for Pascal, a true 4.
I mean, if you think about it, what was the reason why they lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves that last year? They didn't have enough size.
Right.
So J-Dub at 6'6" is your 4.
Right.
You go up against a team like Minnesota who is on a tear right now, or you go up against the Dallas Mavericks who have 2 guards that apply pressure around the rim, or you go up against
Derek Lively.
And Derek Lively, or you go up against the Denver Nuggets, or you go up against even Houston right now with the way they're playing with
Sengun. Even the Lakers.
Even with the Lakers, with Anthony Davis. Yeah, absolutely. If you go up against any of those guys and J-Dub is your 4, they're eating your lunch. So I think Pascal would be a good pick, but I would just counter with saying this. Scotty Barnes can also play the 4. Not Scotty Barnes. OG Anunoby can also play the 4 as well. Yeah. So let's say you have to give up Josh Giddey instead of J-Dub, right? Because I think J-Dub should be more of the untouchable than Josh Giddey. But if they want J-Dub for OG Anunoby, I'll make that trade. No questions asked, right? But let's say in this theory, they get to keep J-Dub and move off of Josh Giddey. You have an opportunity to integrate whatever 2 guards you want to put in there, along with Shea. You have OG at the 3, J-Dub at the 4, Chet at the 5. That front line between OG to Chet, and then J-Dub is your 4. That is a versatile and pesty defense. Like I'm talking able the level of switchability, accountability, and dominance that those 3 can be able to cause on the defensive end, it'd be crazy. Then on the offensive end, OG Anunoby is close to a 40% 3-point shooter as you'll get. So is Chet shooting like 40% from the 3-point line, probably better than that. And then J-Dub is continuing to progress as a reliable catch and shoot 3-point shooter. So I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Now they probably know what they probably got to trade. They got to trade Lou Dort. They probably have to trade Lou Dort.
No, Lou Dort is for sure. Lou Dort is a for sure trade asset. But it's the question of do you want J-Dub or do you want Josh Giddey? Which one you want? Because you can't have both.
They may have to give Giddey away. Giddey, because listen, they both needs. If I'm the Raptors, you know what? I want more guard depth, versatile. Like, and you're not playing. I want more guard. Like, if they got Dennis Schroeder, because Scotty Barnes he's playing it too for necessity. He's not. He's really a small forward, but he can play the 2. But like, adding Josh Giddey with Dennis Schroeder, with Scotty with the 3. Or when you still, they're going.
I think Scotty is a 4. Scotty's a 4.
I mean, regardless though, like how we gonna make it work, right? It's like add in. You got Grady Dick. Let's see how he can progress.
I think Josh Giddey at the 1. I think Grady Dick should be the 3. Lou Dort should be your 2. Scotty Barnes should be your 4, and Jakob Poeltl should be your 5. I think.
Yeah. Well, Grady. Yeah, Grady. Well, Grady did come off the bench for now, of course. But like, if that happened, you still got Dennis Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder's not starting. Dennis Schroeder isn't starting for me if I get Josh Giddey.
He probably would start for right now. He probably start for right now.
I don't.
Now the future, I get.
Why?
Now the future. Well, you said Grady. You said Grady Dick was gonna start. You said Grady Dick was gonna start.
Grady Dick and Josh Giddey should start. If I make the trade, that means I'm going full rebuild. If I'm going for full rebuild, I'm not going for a lineup that makes sense to win. I don't give a shit about winning. I want to see you guys develop. So I'm going to.
You might as well trade Dennis Schroeder too.
Absolutely, but Dennis Schroeder's contract, he doesn't make him that friendly of a trade because
that's what I'm saying. It's hard. You know how money is a bit like it's
exactly.
Now you talking about the future. Now you talking about future, and I'm like I'm with you. I'm just saying like the reality situation. I don't think Dick going to be like a full-time starter this year, maybe next year because of how like I said, Dennis Schroeder contract. No, you know how that shit go. It is what I mean. That's my whole. That's the whole like Giddey will start though. Giddey still will start.
I think Giddey starts. I think you should let Grady Dick start because I think in Dennis Schroeder's case, I think Dennis Schroeder as a veteran, he's more understanding of the logic of we need you to come off the bench and he can still have his confidence. I'm looking at Grady Dick for them. He's shooting like 25% from the 3-point line, and his specialty when coming into the league was the ability that he could shoot the 3. I think that comes from him not starting. I think if you start him, that shows that you have confidence in him. And if you have confidence in him, then that shows that he should be able to do it. And to be honest with you, the more I think about it, I think you should have Giddey start at the 1, Dick at the 2. I think the 3 should be Lou Dort because Lou Dort is more comfortable being a spot up 3-point shooter. And he was a 3 for OKC, so you might as well leave him there for the time being. Scotty Barnes should be your 4 because he operates better as a 4. I think he's best utilized as a 4. And then your 5 be either Jakob Poeltl or Chris Boucher.
Yeah, I forgot about Chris Boucher.
Yeah.
I'm trying. If they did trade for Pascal, they got.
Nah, hell no, not Chris Boucher. Chris Boucher, 30 years old. Fuck that nigga. He too old. He way too old.
So I'm trying. Man, that's gonna be tough to make that money work though. Get Pascal. They can get OG. No problem.
Then I think OKC could get OG, but I don't think.
Oh, they got Bertans. I forgot. They got Bertans. They ain't playing. They don't play like that. How much he making? I don't think he still know because Pascal making like 37 million this year. So yeah, ain't gonna be a 17. Hold on.
But should they trade? Should they trade Bertans? I think Bertans could be a secret weapon for them.
He hit miss. He's not. I understand that, but it's like can you? I don't know. It's like it's not like I don't know.
I think I get where your head is at. My whole thing is what happens if they go up against let's say they go up against the Warriors, right? Yeah. And it's gonna be a shootout, right? Wouldn't you and OKC doesn't have like a lot of shooters. Wouldn't you want Bertans there for him to be able to, showcase his ability as a 3-point shooter?
Yeah, but if you can get Pascal Siakam for him, shoot.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. For Pascal Siakam,
Pascal, I think Pascal still give the Warriors the problem.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Mr.
Beyblade himself.
That big that spit. He was killing Draymond with that spit move. That shit was funny.
Yeah, Mr. Beyblade himself, boy. I tell you.
I was like, hey, but like I said, perfect. That's like the perfect. I think Pascal will be like the perfect player for them. Like I said, a veteran, and mind you, he can guard some center at times. He's versatile in that way in the front court. So like Chet can Chet can play the help. and you have maybe Pascal guarded for Ive. You know what I mean? Depending on the situation. So I mean, they'd be dangerous. They get Pascal. They'd be real dangerous. They can be like, okay, this.
I don't know. I'm with you. I think Pascal makes sense, right? I think Pascal makes sense because I think what he can do alongside Chet makes him more versatile defensively. My only problem is you don't have enough shooting. Like Pascal isn't a shooter. So even though he is, even though he's as good as he is defensively and offensively, he applies the proper rim pressure that you would like to see from your forward. It doesn't answer the question that the OKC Thunder have, which is where's the shooting coming from outside of Chet now, right? Like they're literally they're asking Shea to kill people with the midi these days, and they don't have the 3-point shooting to be versatile against some of these better defensive teams that could be able to clog up the mid-range area. So that's where I'm looking at OG. OG, on the other hand, he's shooting 39% from the 3-point line, and he has been shooting like 38% from the 3-point line for the majority of his career.
They can trade Bertain. They can trade him like straight up, like a bunch of draft picks. OKC got to pick Bertans, like a bunch of draft picks. Maybe add Poku in there. They got maybe add Poku. That's interesting. I think he'd be an interesting piece of Raptors would probably be interested in. They got a bunch of draft picks.
You think Toronto would be interested in Poku?
Poku's interesting though. I think he got potential. I like Poku. I think, but it's just the situation he's in on the Thunder. He's not gonna get a lot of opportunities. Now, a rebuilding situation on the Raptors, I think he would have a lot more opportunity. Especially because I think outside like Portal and Precious, I think he definitely get opportunity to play more on the Raptors to see what he can do. So I mean, Bertans, maybe him throwing him in a bunch of first round draft picks. They got a lot. I mean, they got a lot for OG. I mean, especially at the point now where you're basically one of the best teams in the West. It's just you're not a championship contender, but you're like they're the
fifth seed right now.
Yeah, they had that you know what I mean. You're not in the playing type of. You're not in that bottom. You're not the bottom. You know what I mean. Playing no more. You're at that middle now, where it's like okay, you can afford to like at this point. You can't have a bunch of young guys no more. You have to have some type of veteran. You got to have some type of experience on that team now. Because OG, like I said, OG, he's a champion. He's a champion. He's been there. I think he know his role. I like to say he's a shooter, which is needed because, like I said, so yeah, I think they definitely can do that. Or a problem, and they may not have to give up anything that or they ask like a Williams or maybe the other Williams, maybe the other Jalen Williams. You make it.
Oh yeah, what they called one J Dub and they called the other one.
I forgot.
Jay Will. I think it's Jay Will.
So it's like they could, like you said. I mean, they got the assets to do. They
definitely. No, OKC, bro. OKC is in such a beautiful position because they've built up all of these assets for this exact moment. You can get whoever you want. Hell, I was saying. Remember, I was saying on FYF on the show. The Oklahoma City Thunder could go for the Zach LaVine trade if they really truly want to. If they want to, they could be able to offer Chicago Josh Giddey, or whoever else you want, Lou Dort, whoever else you want, and you can get all the picks that you want. And they just push their chips forward for a Shea, Zach LaVine, Chet build. I don't think that they'll do that because I don't think the timeline between Zach LaVine and what they got going on truly matches. I think wherever Zach LaVine goes, he's going to want to win now.
What about Donovan Mitchell?
I don't think Donovan Mitchell makes sense either for them because I think Donovan Mitchell, although he gives them a scoring punch, I think he lacks the ability as far as like defensively to be able to hang with the likes of the teams that they'll go up against, like the Denver Nuggets and shit like that. I think on on the bright side of it, I think the 1-2 punch between Shea and Donovan would it would be something that
because
we
he's
haven't
decent.
seen.
He's decent defensively. Like, and here's the thing: how great
He's
defensively the
been
OKC play, how great defensive OKC can play. Like the personnel wise, I don't think it'd be a big of a problem because, like,
Let me
okay,
ask you
boom,
this.
you
Let me
got
ask you this. Who in the Eastern Conference has he gone has he gone against that has the offensive ability of, let's say, a Steph Curry or a Jamal Murray or a Luka or Kyrie or Anthony Edwards? Like, who has he gone up against in the Eastern Conference so far in his Cleveland tenure? Because it's only been for a year, that has been at that caliber, or Darren
I'll give you,
Fox.
yeah, I give you that. But like, but they also got to deal with him too. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. Like,
Yeah, they'll have to deal with him too. But
I think, like I said, I think OKC is so great defensively. He's not like a liability. I mean, he's undersized. I understand that, but at the same time, like I said, the help around OKC, right, defensively
I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening.
from 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 like the other positions, even Shea to. I mean, I don't think it'd be that bad. My only thing is though why that they probably won't because Doc Mitchell won't go to New York. So that's the only thing with that. But I don't. I mean, that's the only thing with that. I mean, but I mean, I would be. I mean, shoot, that is tough though. But it's a lot. It's gonna be a lot of big changes by like this year, next couple this off season next year gonna be crazy. Maybe this trade deadline gonna be crazy. Maybe because it's a lot of people gonna be available, free agents and people who just want trades and stuff like that. Let me see. All right, what y'all think, man? What do you think? What y'all think trades is gonna happen? Like trades or stuff or acquisitions that teams can do. You know what I mean? In the before the trade deadline. Because um, it's 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 definitely let me see. Man, they really killed it, yo. This shit is hilarious, bro. I'm still seeing this meme. The memes of like or the Draymond choking. That's wild, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like somebody should have stole Draymond. I don't listen. That made listen. Somebody should have stole Draymond. That man really was choking Rudy Gobert. It's like I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all think the 5 games was bad? Y'all think the 5 games was was it overkill? But they say basically one of the reasons why he got spending that much because of his past history. So how y'all feel about that? Yeah, how do y'all feel about that? That's crazy. That man really was choking the issue. Like he was. I don't know what cat if honest. Listen, I would have stole Draymond. As soon as I seen him wrap his hand like on around his neck, like he ain't grabbing around his head like headlock. Like it was no headlock. He had him in a chokehold, not just a regular headlock. He had him in a chokehold. As soon as I seen that, bro, I stole it. That ain't cool, dog. That ain't cool. The funny, Rudy Gobert is funny-ish though. He said, "Man, I ain't gonna. That is kind of funny business though. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like that is crazy. Before a point was scored though, because Clay started. Clay grabbed the dude jersey. Like that was kind of like y'all did not really want to play. Like let's just be real. Like, I ain't gonna hold like that. That dude kind of sound crazy because like before a point was even scored, it's not the game barely even started. It's like a minute something in the game. You getting tangled up. You grabbing Jim Man Daniel's jersey. You grab his jersey. This man, Draymond Green, choke. Like, come on, bro. Knowing damn well you gonna get suspended. You just don't. They know. Now I ain't gonna lie. Now Steph Curry and Mariah. Now they know something. Now if Steph Curry start missing games during this time, something is up. Something is up because like I ain't gonna lie. That's some bogus ass shit. That's a bogus. That is some bogus ass shit. That's true. That's theory is true. This Steph ain't playing this. I'm gonna get myself out the game, man. You have an excuse. That's wild. That better not. Somebody probably gonna do some research on it though. I may try like because if that's the case, that's the bullshit. Let me see. That's wild. But yeah, though, man, it's crazy, man. It's definitely crazy. If y'all new come hit to keep hitting that like button, you have to like. Yeah, Kings really blew out the lake. Yo, this is crazy. De'Aaron Fox had 28. Kevin Herter had 28, and Sabonis had 29. That's wild. That is wild. That is wild. You had three players almost having 30 points on you. I know they killing AD right now. I know they killing AD. Shout out to banging there. They killing AD. This man, he only took 9 shots, which is crazy. The crazy thing, he only took 9 shots. That's how you took 9. He still shot bad. He took 9 shots. And he still took like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. You went to the free throw line 3 times. Like, why you only took 9 shots? You ain't playmaking for nobody. You ain't getting to the free throw line. You ain't like you ain't. This is crazy. Yeah, LeBron had a triple double, and he still got the ass whipped. Like Austin Reeves, he been playing like trash. He been playing like trash. Like he had 11 rebounds, 8 assists, but DeAndre Russell had a good game, but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. AD ain't show up. Jackson Hayes, I guess this man had 4 fouls. He had more fouls than points and rebounds. This man has just as many points and rebounds and fouls. Like this shit crazy. Christian Wood was decent. No, he was. Hold up, trip. No, he was. He honestly played trip. Torian Prince. I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They definitely missing that perimeter defense on that team, though. They is definitely missing that perimeter defense on that. I don't know. This is crazy. How you have a good like this man only took the crazy. It kills me. This man only took 9 shots in a 48-minute game. Like where there is no reason you to take 9 shots, and you got like come on, bro. You taking 9 shots, and I ain't really watched it. I didn't watch it. I only saw like I thought about watching it. I was doing this. I was doing a lot, but Can somebody tell me why he took 9 shots in that game against the Kings? The Kings is a nice team, but defensively wise, they don't even have the personnel to like. They shouldn't have the personnel to have AD only take nine shots. That's ridiculous. Like I understand if you took 9 shots and you was rebounding crazy and you was making plays for everybody else and finding the open guy off a double team and stuff like. I understand now that'd be a little bit different. Or you would like sort of attack and be aggressive, get to the free throw line. That's a little different. That's different. But having 9 points and get to the line 2 times is crazy. That's insane. I I don't get it. I do not get it. This is this is insane. I forgot the 2 hour difference. Um, let me see. What- what- Fuck. Yeah, but this. I don't know, man. It's a long season though, man. So it's gonna be very very interesting. Let me see. Um, let me see. The top. Oh yeah, I'm probably going that. I'm about to end this stream though. I'm gonna end this stream. I'm gonna probably do another stream tomorrow. Probably definitely gonna be definitely gonna be an early stream. So stay tuned for that. Um, probably have to set up after I get done this. So it's your boy True. Peace, deuces. What's up? I'm gone.